lovely.
Yeah.
So
man.
2 professors, a David, and an educational supply specialist.
A jack of all trades is what they call me.
A yak?
A jack off of all trades is what they call me.
Indeed.
Ugh, gross.
Welcome to Omni Bilateral Panic, everybody. The show where a bunch of bicons talk about shit. And
Ooh.
today, we have a very special feature of our special program. We have a very special guest. She is a writer, a theater fanatic, and an all-around outstanding human.
Oh.
I would like to introduce our dear friend, but because we believe in inclusivity and fairness here, I would love for you to introduce yourself, our dear friend. And for our listeners, if you could provide name, pronouns, how you identify, your relationship status, and your top 3 fandoms today, we would appreciate it.
Oh my. Well, my name is Stefanie DeMaria. Recently, I got married.
Woo!
So. I use she, her pronouns, and how I identify seems to fluctuate a lot. Currently, I like to go by queer. I have identified as straight for a long time in my life. Thank you, Catholic Church. And then
David is toasting.
Sexual for a while, and when that started to feel like I was feeling a shift, I felt so much guilt for the notion, like there's so many people that think that bisexuality is a phase or a stepping stone to the next thing. I don't want that, but I feel like my term right now is queer / sapphic. And
Sapphic, I love it.
Sapphic, yes.
It's amazing.
And fandoms. Currently really into the Arrowverse.
Ooh.
So all of that CW TV shows in the DC fandom. What else? What else do I love? Steven Universe.
Amazing.
Animated television. I love most animated queer shows or queer coded shows, honestly. And one more.
While you're thinking about it, Stefanie, is the Arrowverse, because I'm a huge DC fan, is the Arrowverse a recent thing for you, or has this been ongoing since its foundation?
Ongoing for the past few years. I'm not
Nice.
fully caught up on every single one. I have my favorites. But yeah, it's something that I have like really been into, and I live for every single crossover event.
They've been good. They've been good stuff.
They have been really good.
And I'm going to go with one of my third one is going to be one of my very first fandoms. I'm not going to be guilty or about it. The Glee fandom is what really helped me get into my queerness. So I am just going to freely admit that the Glee fandom and the fan fiction that came from it that I wrote really helped me unlock a lot of queer feelings.
This is incredible.
How have we not known about this before?
This is it.
Yeah.
Who all of us? Yeah. We all have written fanfic, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we discuss?
What's great is that it's like a second coming out. Like you have to come out as queer and then also come out as a fanfic writer.
It's how I got into writing.
Yeah.
Like I knew I enjoyed writing because of fan fiction.
Nice.
I love this.
And I enjoyed the ability to manipulate the feelings of an audience. Like I realized for the first time what like Shonda Rhimes must feel like when she's writing some like really horrible emotional stuff. Like
Yeah, powerful is how she feels.
Powerful.
She does.
Yes.
That's my goal for writing anytime it is. I want to feel as powerful as Shonda Rhimes feels.
Yes,
when
I
she
love
is
it.
manipulating the emotions of her audience.
Absolutely.
Do you have a Stephanie Myers-esque Glee fanfic that you can very easily just change the names of and make into a film?
See, probably not, because I tend to write all of my Glee fanfics as like alternate universes based on other fandoms I enjoyed.
Oh, I love that.
Like I did a zombie apocalypse Glee fanfic once.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is
the music numbers for a zombie apocalypse Glee. Come on.
We will write this right now.
Let's make this movie.
We will write this now.
Let's stop this podcast. No, take this out. Take this out so nobody can steal this.
It's very based on Resident Evil video games.
Yes.
Another
the crossover we all need.
Yeah.
Glee
like
and
how many
Evil.
people kill off?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
You could kill off. You can kill everybody off, but then they all come back as zombies. That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And it will take either the time of a movie or a musical or a movie musical instead of 12 years and counting.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't have to watch 12 seasons.
I have a foolish realization. I just realized that we probably love zombie shows because it's like saying that death isn't the end, that you come back. No, is that why we love them?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I love them because I have a horrible anxiety around death. So yeah.
Oh.
And it is better because we don't know any better.
No.
Oh, sorry for that noise. It's not someone farting. It's my roommate making seltzer.
Didn't hear it.
Thank goodness. Okay, I shouldn't have even mentioned it.
Now I'm gonna think it was your roommate farting.
Or you.
Or you.
No, you'll know. No.
I do it right into the mic.
In fact, you have a second mic set up down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for Foley.
I mute until the moment and then I unmute.
It's an only fart button instead of a cough. Only farts.
So many $1 million ideas.
Oh,
that's another kink website.
It's definitely a kink website.
Onlyfarts.com.
Well, do you know that because there is a theory about when in America, for at least Hollywood films, the trend for vampire films go up when it's a Democratic like leaning. Usually presidency is the best indicator. So it's like during a Democratic presidency, we have mostly vampire movies, and then during a Republican presidency we have zombie movies.
Fascinating.
What?
Yeah. And it's interesting because depending on the reading, depending on your interpretation, it's like it's what that party can generally fear about the other, you know.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
like, are there numbers to back this up? I want to read that study.
I'm sure there are numbers. I don't know that it's a study. I think
it's definitely peer reviewed.
It's.
I mean, we can peer review it right now.
My dad works at Oxford, guys. So I know all this stuff. No, I don't know that it's a study, but it's just like a thing of like trends. But yeah.
You know what's terrible, David? You are so charming. And even though I know the truth, I was taken for a second. I was like, really? That does give him more credibility. And I was like, oh no, it's happening.
I know. I'm a good actor. What can I say? My dad is very smart, but he does not work at Oxford. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean work at Oxford?
That's what I was
like, that is very broad.
Yeah, he's on the board. He's on the board of peer review. Is that what that's called? Don't know.
Totally. So, dear listeners, our dear Stefanie here is a fellow public theater alum.
Oh,
she and I went to training the very first day together.
Oh,
Oh, sit in
precious.
class.
So we've been friends for a long time now.
Hmm.
Stephanie, you started at the park as well then.
I did. Love
Ooh.
flavors.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, youthful youth in that
we're
case.
so wee. Even though I'm the oldest here, we're so wee.
Yeah, it's good for me to look back on you young who started 6 months after me.
Oh, yep. Well, I mean, you got in just in time. You got to
I
see.
think I stayed on the longest though.
Oh, yeah. I bet so. I got booted out there real fast.
I was done in 2019, so
Wow.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
are the boss of that place by the time you were leaving.
Kind of, but not really.
Ah, come on.
I mean, I house managed. I
That's
did.
being the boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I never got to that. I never got to that level.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I did, and I still didn't.
Too much
You
burden.
wanted to be a house manager?
I did. That's
Hey,
okay.
And they
Right.
didn't let you?
No.
That seems
Yeah, that seems silly.
silly.
You
Yeah.
could have done 2 houses at the same time.
I have done 2 houses at the
I was
same
just gonna
What?
say,
I
I know
know.
Stephanie has.
I didn't
It's
know this.
possible Stephanie has done it.
I have done the Anspacher and the Lou Wester at the same time. So it was a lot of
Oh
running
my
up and
goodness.
downstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wow.
say.
Wait, they're not
Yeah.
on the. Oh no, they are on the same side, right? They are on the same side.
Well,
I
the
think you have to
Ansbach's central.
cross. Yeah.
I was just gonna say you probably ran through that little weird in
Mhm.
between bit that we only every so often got to see those doors open.
Where
The
the girls
liminal
hang out.
space.
The liminal space.
I'm still sad that all of my time there, everybody kept on saying there's ghosts there, there's ghosts there. I didn't see anything.
Oh, I just mean
know.
like I saw old people fall downstairs and assumed they got tripped by a ghost.
Oh, many a time.
I saw a lot of old people become ghosts. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it was kind of a rite of passage to have your first emergency while house managing.
Yes.
Mhm.
And mine came in the Newman. A woman fell.
Uh-oh.
In the
And-
Newman, that's
No, what
Whoa.
happened?
On the ramps, on like the load in or whatever.
She fell and like hurt her hands,
Hmm.
like completely hurt her hands. And she was this old
Ooh.
lady, but she had to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
And I sent in an usher to go and just make sure she was okay. And I know that usher
Oh.
had to help that woman undo her pants.
Oh.
Nobody there was paying
Oh,
that day.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you hurt your hands and you're a lady and you go to the ladies' room, you're gonna need help getting those pants off. You're gonna need help with a lot of
Mhm.
stuff.
But there was my rite of passage. So
Oof.
I just realized how extremely niche this conversation is, but
That's okay.
I really enjoy it because
Specifics are universalities.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, as we always say.
Speaking of specifics,
The old our old catchphrase.
None of these experiences come in handy when you're in a job interview, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
Like, they can't be like, well, what's the most stressful thing you've ever dealt with? And I can't talk about like the Trump supporters that stormed the stage during
Yeah.
Julius Caesar.
Oh
Why
my
can't
God, I
you?
forgot you were there.
Oh yeah. I think
that
you
is
could talk about that.
wild. Oh my
You can
goodness.
talk about
Depending
it
on the
now.
job. Yeah. I think you could talk about it depending on the job. But I think like that's the thing. It's like I don't think I would want to talk about like this old woman in the Newman, you know, like in the what's the most challenging you've ever felt at work? I mean, surely that was one of them, but like I'm not gonna talk about that.
Oh, I guess I probably would. I'd be like, because my first maybe second shift, was in the Anspacher. That's the one with the down the stairs.
Red.
3 sides.
Red.
Yep.
Yeah.
Red.
It was in the Anspacher. It was during
On
the
spot.
Apple Family play, the third one that was like set right after Sandy, because Sandy had just
Boo.
literally happened.
What?
Stop it.
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Dad. And it must have been my first or maybe second shift. Michelle was defo off radio. She was like, this show runs itself. And an old woman fell asleep, but the actors thought she died. And the actors
That happens a lot.
stopped
Yeah.
the show and said, we need
We
A
need to know
doctor?
she's dead.
I think someone's having an emergency. We need a doctor. And I'm I'm like, Michelle. Someone's dead. I'm running up and down the stairs. She
dead.
comes busting in, and then the old lady just woke up, and they just started to play again. What a wild ride.
What a time. Okay.
Sorry.
We're actually going to get into public theater specifics, but real quick, our dear Stefanie, can you settle a debate for us? Apple Family
Sure.
Plays, yay or nay?
Oh my.
Would it help
Apple
if we talked
Family
about
Plays.
each one?
No, that's the thing. Whenever I think of the Apple Family Plays, the first thing I think of is that first line in one of them that was just "fuck Andrew Cuomo." Was it that one?
That was the first one. Hope
Yeah. I'm gonna say no apples, yes on the Gabriels, which came after.
Oh, I never got to
that's
see the
really?
Gabriels.
Mostly because when you
Wow.
worked that show, they were always baking.
Yes, they were.
So you always smelled like a warm apple crisp the whole time. And then we got to eat it after. So
That's pretty good.
What?
That's pretty good.
That is
It
a
is
win.
good.
experience wise, pro Gabriels.
That's very fascinating. I don't usually hear that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that is interesting. I never got to see those ones.
I saw the first one. I didn't see anything after that.
But
That's okay.
the apples in general kind of traumatized me just for the general amount of assisted listening devices that we had to give out
That's fair.
and run
Yeah.
across the entire theater trying to track down more assisted listening devices from other houses because we ran out.
And
Yeah.
also the ones who would turn it up so loud and it would just go, "Ee."
Oh yeah.
Mike, your shows. Mike,
Mhm.
your shows.
But
Stop
it's experimental, David.
No, it was stupid. It was stupid.
You're supposed to lean in because it's like you're a fly on the wall.
Nope. It verges on gatekeeping accessibility for me.
Yeah,
Where it's
I'm
like-
just gonna say
Where it's like
fair.
if your artistic vision excludes people, then you have a shitty artistic vision.
yeah, that's a good ass point.
Yeah. Oh, just lean in and listen better. I absolutely can't. I fundamentally cannot. So it looks like people are not able to see your show then,
Yeah.
Then I that for me, like that is a whole different platform than my general distaste for Richard Nelson, but
I was gonna say,
that is another part of it.
I am totally on board with that. That
I feel like I have more of an appreciation if that was not an issue.
Yeah.
Mm.
100%. So public theater specifics,
Oh,
niche conversation for our dear listener.
inside baseball. listeners.
Inside baseball.
If any of us
Inside
knew what
Ansbacher.
baseball was.
We did not. Sort of. I would love to know your favorite play at the public. And mind you, I'm going to ask you favorite musical in a moment. And I'm sure we've answered this, but we're going to answer again anyway.
We are.
Yeah.
I was expecting to do no work for this one.
Favorite, I'm going to go with Latin History for Morons.
Hell yeah. So good.
Absolutely.
I did get to house manage that one after fighting for it.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Oh, who'd
Yeah.
you have to fight?
I don't even remember. I was like, I am Latina. The opening night is my birthday.
Oh, shit.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Also, I got to
Gotta.
give Rita Moreno her ticket. Not her ticket. I got to scan her ticket.
Oh,
And that was
Oh.
life changing for me.
Oh, that's so
that's
cool.
incredible.
I don't know if you heard our last rant, but she can
I
do
did.
anything forever for the rest of her
Mhm.
life, and we are in, and we will give her
100%
awards.
agreed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's so cool.
that is so
Mhm.
cool.
So yeah, Latin History for Morons. Definitely my favorite.
It's
Latin history.
so good.
Also in the Ansbacher? That was in the Ansbacher, right?
That was in the Ansbacher.
Hell
Great
yeah.
place for solo stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. It's an interesting space.
it really
Although
Yeah.
one annoying part about Latin history was that after every show he would sell his books and do a signing, and I had to like help him do that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And like one time he was like, here's a 20. Take your friends out for drinks.
Here's a 20.
Here's
20. Take your friends out for drinks.
Take your
What
friends out.
year is
Take your
it?
take your friends out for
1970?
one drink that you will
You're
all share.
sharing a drink.
It's a small one that will
Yeah.
buy an old fashioned.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. But I
And
probably
not
won't
even-
even buy an old fashioned at the public. Like
No,
you
I
could
was
just go
gonna
drinking
say,
at the public.
not here.
Yeah,
to go
no,
to that.
not in the public.
I mean, I suppose you could have gone up the street to the 5 shots for $10 place.
Oh,
Oh, the
Definitely not that
content, the
much.
Continental.
Yeah,
that
the
place is
Continental.
closed, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Probably.
I think it's gone.
Probably.
Yeah.
What a sad.
So is the McDonald's that was right next to it.
Oh
so is the
no.
Kmart.
Oh yeah, the
Though
Kmart.
the Kmart is going to become a Wegmans, and that is going to be one of the best things to
Oh.
happen to New York City.
That's,
That
that's
really
cool.
is. Are
That's
you
good.
kidding me?
Yeah, that's
I've
very
been
good.
to the Wegmans in Brooklyn, but
Mhm.
I
Wegmans.
didn't know they were planning one for Manhattan.
The second best thing to happen in New York City, which is about to happen, is they're about to get a Slutty Vegan, which is
Oh.
a place here in Georgia
Amazing.
that makes the
Oh.
hands down best burgers I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
And
Oh,
they're
I'm excited for that.
vegan?
Completely vegan. It's going to be in Brooklyn.
Impossible.
I'm sorry.
I
that
love
turned
that.
into an old.
That's so cool.
That and you walk in and they will
That's
call you
awesome.
slut. It's a great time.
Yes.
Really?
I love it.
Mhm.
I've been waiting
We
for
love
this
that.
moment all my life.
Reclaiming it.
I've been working towards this, honestly.
Yeah.
Being called a slut and eating vegan burgers? Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what they put on their fries. They call it slut dust. But
Well, then I
will
have some
tell you the
ideas.
best burger is
Yeah.
the one night stand.
Oh,
Ooh,
I,
that makes
little
sense.
slight tangent, but what does everybody think is the sluttiest spice powder? Opinions.
Full ranch.
Paprika.
Paprika.
Only one spice can be in it.
Sweet paprika, not spicy.
Not spicy. Okay.
Sweet, not
interesting.
spicy.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, you're crazy. It's smoked. Smoked
far as
is
the slutty?
smoked
Smoked
paprika.
Okay, but is it smoked sweet or not?
I don't know. I'm now out of my depth. I was gonna say like garlic powder and then be done with it.
I was honestly going garlic powder when I was like sluttiest.
It's
Probably
it's
garlic
lemon
powder.
pepper, y'all. It's lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. Mm.
Lemon pepper, and salt. I have
Mango
a bit of mix of it.
habanero.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty slutty.
That is pretty slutty.
I won't slut shame people for having sex. I will slut shame spices.
I will slut shame mayonnaise every day of the
Mr.
week.
Salt and Mrs. Pepper had way too many kids.
Too many kids.
Yeah,
Too many kids.
And they're all sluts.
All
They
of them.
have paprika, cinnamon.
Delicious.
There's more. I think
There's more.
Yeah.
Y'all, what's your favorite play, real quick,
Oh yeah, sorry.
so we can move on?
Oh God. I don't remember what I said before, but I guess I will say play? Wait, play?
Yes.
Grasses of 1,000 colors.
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna throw myself
designated
out of my
mourner.
chair.
The designated mourner.
I actually really did like the designated mourner, but it is a very strange play.
Um,
I don't remember the plays.
I know that's what I was just thinking. But I remember a bunch, but I'm torn. Can I say 3?
Sure. Why not, Tessa?
Okay.
Say whatever
Okay.
you want.
So in one of my first under the radars, there was a play that was brought from Australia, I think, with a cast that was made up of,
Australia.
yeah.
Do it in the accent.
They were disabled folks in the cast, and that's probably New Zealand, isn't it?
Little New Zealand.
Little New Zealand.
It's a little
still pretty good,
Jacinda.
though.
Jacinda, is that her name?
Yeah.
What?
The Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it right.
of New
Cool.
Zealand. But it also was starring Ganesh and the something. It was the name of the play. I'm so sorry that I don't remember it, but it was really good. And there was a moment where, like, you know what I love in a play? There's a moment where it's like, oh, has something gone wrong in the show?
Mhm.
You know, like, has the play gone off the rails? But it was all, of course, part of the show. Anyway,
Crumb.
that one. And then I also got to see a one-on-one piece that was in like a little weird closet above the library that was also an under the radar show where this European woman like played weird music and crawled on the floor and you sat in a chair. I don't know. I liked it.
Was that the one where she got naked?
Yes. Oh, I know why I liked it.
It was the strip show.
Yes, it was a strip show.
It was basically like a 15-minute show where a woman like played music or something, or there was a monologue playing, and then she got naked, and then that was the show. Yeah. It was one-on-one, and I managed that one, and most people that came to see it were men, and a lot of them saw it repeatedly.
Oh, is that true? Because I think
I don't
Stephanie,
like that.
what happened is I walked into the public because I was in the area and you were like, I have an open slot. Do you want to see the show? It was you. Yeah. You let me see that show. Thank you. I think it was more than just nudity, those stupid men, but there was nudity.
She let you into the show. Stephanie, we have to remind everybody, by the end of our 10 years, Stephanie was mayor of the public theater.
Queen, really, because unelected
for sure.
She Queen fought mayor her way to the top.
Yeah,
Queen mayor.
Mayor Queen. Mayor Oliver
so
Queen.
You let me
That's
into
just
that show. It had an impact on me. I'm thinking about doing something anyway. Not getting naked, but listen,
why not?
But get in a closet.
I'm actually in production meetings right now for an interactive long-term solo piece as well. So like,
are you serious?
Yes, I am.
This is so great. I'm so happy.
Wait, you're doing it?
I am designing it.
Okay, very nice. Oh, very nice.
Well, you got to put me in touch with whoever's willing to fund this, because I'm looking around being like, where am I going to do this? But I'm going to choose one more. I'm so sorry. That's it. Then it'll be the third one.
Tessa, stop apologizing.
I'm sorry. Remember that show? This is also the problem. I don't know any of their names. That had it was like all dudes, and they were in a Russian prison, and they were all writers. And remember? And little what's his face was in it, who played the baker. And so everyone who knew him came, and I loved seeing him do work. And then they were like Russian guards, and they were like, we're gonna kill you all. And then one of them was like a nobody who just had done a lot of writing in like where's he writing in?
Is this old-fashioned prostitutes? No.
That name rings a bell, but no,
maybe that's a different show.
I think it must be.
This was before my time.
Yeah.
It may have been. It was it was like about this unknown writer who was right. What is the Russian related Jewish language? Not Hebrew, but Yiddish. It was Yiddish writers, and they were all, and there was like one big guy who was like, anyway, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name.
I mean, it sounds
Unknown was probably
cool.
in there. It was really cool, and it was like really good. And it was like they were all negotiating for like try to get out of this like prison, and then they all, I don't want to give away the end, they all got killed.
Spoilers.
27th Man.
Yes. Yes. 27th Man.
I wrote public theater, Russian, Yiddish prison.
You are very good at Googling.
Very SEO.
That's the win.
Very SEO.
That is it.
Search engine optimized.
Do you remember there being a thing called, not the Russian KGB, but the website KGB? It was a thing where you would text in your question before Google like took off.
Yes.
And people would answer. I worked with them.
What?
For like 2 months. And part of the training was learning how to optimize your Googling.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is why you're such a good Googler.
This is very good. This is very good. That is so weird, because like KGB is one of those entities online that I'm like, there's no staff. That can't be a thing.
Me.
Wow. I love this. It's a small world after all.
By the time she left, she was the boss of KGB. She was the
mayor boss.
Hired because I was making too many like pre-generated answers and making it too easy. We got paid like a nickel an answer.
Gross.
Shit.
That's
You deserve
horrifying.
better. You
Yeah.
deserve better.
It's
You
fine.
should make all the you deserve to make all the templates.
I got hired at the public right after, so we're good.
Hey,
Perfect.
Win.
there it is. Just in
Win.
time for the whirlwind summer.
And it was. David.
I don't remember, guys. I don't remember any of the plays. I really loved. I also have the same problem as Tessa. There was a very good one-woman show. I think her first name was Catherine. Catherine something did a one-woman play that she had written. It was part of Under the Radar. I saw it just on a whim, and it was like she's a middle-aged woman, and so she was talking about like a lot of like motherhood, the transition of like her children growing up and leaving. Like that's a whole new transition that we don't really talk about as a society, and it was incredible. That's still one of my favorite like theater experiences there. I wish I could remember the name of it. Yeah,
that's cool.
I don't think I can KGB Google Under the Radar shows.
I don't know.
Too many.
I know there's too many.
Man.
There were like 25 a year or more.
Yeah.
Sometimes 40.
Yeah.
It was so
That's
much.
right. It was always my dream to do Under the Radar.
So we still
As a
can.
performer, yeah, you still can
We
do
still
it.
can. Let's make that happen.
I'm too old now.
No, you're not.
No.
How dare you?
Well, now that I'm dead.
Slander.
Now that I'm dead. We have no retirement to look forward to, Tessa. We have our
Yeah,
30.
we do have to
That's it.
keep working until we die. So
Yeah,
you might as well
have a
keep
good
it on
time
your bucket list. Keep it on the
Yes.
list.
I'll keep making stuff to
Yeah.
potentially go one day.
making stuff. Okay, my favorite play is Good Person of Szechuan.
Oh wait, that was a play?
Yes,
It
it was
was
a
a-
play.
With music.
Then no fair. Because I was gonna put that my most favorite musical.
No, that's a
I'm
play
still
with
gonna. You
music.
can't stop me.
Yes, I can. Anyway, and my favorite Under the Radar piece, I have so many that I loved. Turns out I was a big fan of the avant-garde, but the one that still sticks most in my mind is Helen and Edgar.
Wait, what was that one?
It was the monologuist from The Flea, and he had a weird way of speaking where he said in the whole monologue was he and his sister, he talking about growing up with his sister Helen and how they wanted to be artists because their mother told them to be artists. And when I first saw it, I was like, the fuck is this? And then afterwards, I was like, just weeping in my seat. I was like, what is happening?
Oh,
How?
That's Under the Radar.
Yep.
That is Under the Radar. Ooh, remember that one Under the Radar show where they were sitting at the table that was
Yes.
really tall?
I loved that one. And they talked
That
about
was a good
shitting on the
one.
F train platform. I remember it so vividly.
I will
Can't
tell
remember
you
the name now.
my favorite Under the Radar thing wasn't even a show. It was something that took place in the lobby. This might have been after all of you guys were gone. But I can't remember her name, but she used to perform this song. And the lyrics go, "That spicy hot chocolate got me thinking about your booty, baby.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Sip, sip,
Yes.
slurp, slurp, work, work, twerk, twerk."
Yes.
That's my first tattoo.
I
Yeah.
need to hear this song.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Mhm.
Group
That's
tattoos,
amazing.
y'all.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't have one.
On our asses
It's time
for
to get my
posterity's
first.
sake.
Mhm.
I have 5 now, so I'm, there's no
I
hope for me.
know. You're darn tattooed man.
I know. Just call me Inked McGee.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. Just to change things up, what is your favorite memory or one of your favorite memories of the public? It can be show related, it can be person related, it can be moment related.
I'm going to go with one that's like the first thing that came in my head. When
Perfect.
Hamilton had started, I was trying to get the guts to talk to Lin-Manuel Miranda. And I was just avoiding it the entire time. And then one day I was running late to a shift and I go to like push the button on the elevator, and he's standing in like the little like hallway by the elevator, and he's just making random noises like brah, brah, brah. And I was like looking at him, and he goes, "The acoustics in this area are really nice." And
It's not wrong.
I know what area he's talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and,
We all immediately
He's
like,
right.
"Mhm."
and then he was talking about like an area at his school, like Hunter High School, where it was the exact same way. And he was like, no, this is the exact same thing. This is like really getting me going. And I was like, yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Love it. I love it. What is your favorite musical?
Woof. Here Lies Love.
That's
I was going to say.
you're correct. You're correct.
You're correct.
You've passed the test.
You've passed.
I have a Here Lies Love poster in my living room.
That's
Hell yeah.
You
have
were
the
one of the
playbills right over there.
jumpsuits, weren't you?
I was not.
Oh,
No.
Oh, those
you
jumpsuits.
deserve to have been.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
jumpsuits.
Yeah. It didn't matter. Stephanie was mayor of the jumpsuits. Didn't have to be
By
she'd have to
that
be a
point,
jumpsuit. to-
certainly.
yeah, of course.
I wish I
Certainly.
had a jumpsuit. Like that's like peak fashion, wearing a pink
Yeah.
jumpsuit.
I know.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
were cool.
Honestly, ahead of its time. Time.
I have so many memories with all of you looking across the top and doing those stupid dances back and forth. Just having
I
the best time.
completely remember dancing on one side of the whatchamacallits,
Yeah, those like balconies or
the
whatever.
balcony, and
Yeah.
Cameron on the other side, and we're just like doing the dance together.
Yes.
We'd be like, we also know the choreography. I don't know what everybody's bragging about.
Clap.
Yeah, clap. Step, clap.
Yes. I didn't think I remembered.
Elbows,
it.
elbows, arms.
And then just a lot of step touch with shoulders. Lots
Mhm.
of shoulders.
Mhm.
Lots of shoulders.
Oh
No, I'm the
my
same. I always
gosh.
say that my three favorites are Hamilton, Fun Home, and Here Lies Love because they profoundly changed everything that I thought about theater
Mhm.
forever.
Yes.
So, and we all saw them a lot.
I'm gonna also add a show that was towards my end of my time. Miss You Like Hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Mhm.
I have the album.
It had Daphne Rubin Vega in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm. That was such a good show. And it was like written by Chiara Allegria Hudes, who
Yes.
wrote the book
Yes.
for In the Heights.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And let me see. Aaron McKeown wrote lyrics too. That one was so good, and a lot of people hated it because it had onstage seating. But
They
This
always
is the reason
they
ushers
always hate onstage
things.
seating.
really
It's always
emotional, really relevant, and really tugged at my mommy issues.
Did you plan to bring your glass of wine into frame exactly as you said? Because that
Impeccable
was
visual work.
perfection.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
My
Visual
mommy
jokes.
issues.
And make sure you put the
wine.
visual jokes cue in there,
Oh,
Cameron.
I will.
Cameron, make sure you put that cue in there. Cameron, it could just be your voice saying, "A glass of wine appears on screen."
A glass of wine appears.
This
No,
glass
it's-
of wine is Trader Joe's box sangria.
Yay!
Ooh.
Just
Wish I had a Trader
busted
Joe's.
it open for the occasion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm looking
Nice.
forward to
Flattered.
being able to drink again.
Anything.
Yeah.
Drink.
You should drink.
I-
You should drink sooner. I think it resets your body. I think you should do it sooner.
Really? You think
Yeah, yeah.
my little barely surviving little
Trust me, I'm a
internal
scientist.
fauna? Oh, that's right.
And your dad works at Oxford.
My dad works at Oxford. He
I
works.
forgot about your
he
dad. I should trust you.
He double majors in the science peer review and also health.
Earth.
Health.
This is my favorite question, and I'm so sad we've never talked about it before. I'm sure I've mentioned mine, but what is your least favorite show?
What is the most triggering public theater show?
Mine is The Library. I hate it.
Oh my.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
The Sound and the Fury.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Oh,
Wow.
I actually liked The Sound and the Fury. Tell me why you hate it.
It opened right after Hamilton. So I was riding this high, and the show was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah. it
Oh
wasn't- it
no,
wasn't
you.
short.
Oh
And it was
no.
in the Martinson, which was freezing.
Oh, it
Always.
always is.
Yeah. And I just remember one time where an old lady barged through the front doors in the middle of the show.
Oh, I was there for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
She had
no.
handed Michael a note, and we couldn't read it in the dark. So we like went outside and we like put a flashlight on it, and it said, "This is a bastardization of Faulkner, the worst thing I have ever seen." And I was like, I agree.
She
But
handed that to you to make sure that you knew.
she handed it to Michael, and then we decoded it together.
Cool.
Nothing says sound rational theater going reviews than a note scrawled by a serial killer and then handed to the nearest usher, like, deal with this.
She was like, "How do I leave?" On the note it said "up or out," and we couldn't read what the note said, and because we were trying to decipher it, the woman was just like, "I need to get out of here now," and she just shoved the doors open.
It was
and,
a
like,
time sensitive
bolted.
thing. Wow, that's magical.
Oh,
Mhm.
I remember that.
That's the kind of shit that I love in theater. Like,
too.
the shows are great and everything. I love art, but just the
Man.
wild unpredictability of a live audience and like what they're going to do, what they're capable of. Love it.
What they're capable of.
You
Or
just
Nikki
never know.
Cochran.
Yeah.
My favorite
Oh,
part was
Nikki
that.
Cochran. Oh my god.
Nikki.
How have we
Oh,
never
God.
talked about Nikki Cochran on
I'm
this
surprised you
show?
guys have
Never
never talked
talked
about
about-
Nikki Cochran.
We were waiting until just this moment.
Yeah. Maybe I repressed it. Maybe I
Yeah.
repressed it slightly.
Oh,
Oh
Hmm.
boy.
oh my God. I was going to say that like the reason The Sound and the Fury was so long is because it was literally word for word the novel audience.
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
the theater
geez.
company was performing word for word as they had done with their fucking
Was that-
Gatsby.
Was that elevator? No, was that
Oh.
elevator repair service?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Didn't like Toby Maguire and Leo DiCaprio come and see that?
Yeah, a bunch of
Great
people
Gatsby?
came.
A bunch
Yeah.
of people went to that. Yeah. I think that was just before my time, so I missed those.
Gats.
It was 7.5 hours long.
Cats.
Cats. Whew. Well.
Woo. What about you two? What's your least favorite play, show?
I think
anything?
we've talked about that musical that thought it was based on Othello that was in the Anspacher. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah.
that was
Um,
like the writer
with
was the
Uzo.
star and the
Yeah.
director but was not Lin-Manuel Miranda. So,
Oh, Venice?
that's it, Venice. It was
Yes.
just hard to watch sometimes.
That was a tough one.
David.
We all know mine.
But which one in particular?
Which one in particular? Oh boy, that's mean. I don't want to be that mean.
Well,
I'll
it was
say-
it was the
I'll
same
say-
cast. It's
I
not like
know,
you're
it
hurting
is the
their
same cast.
feelings.
You know what? Yeah, and you know what the thing is too is that that's a fucking talented cast.
They're remarkable.
They're really the Apple
Oh my
family /
gosh.
Gabriel's. They're a fucking great cast and
Did I
one of the nicest casts.
so kind?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot on this podcast because all of us worked in audience facing services. So if
Mm.
you are in a cast, if you are working in theater, be fucking nice to your ushers and to your
FOH people.
and your FOH people because
Yeah.
like they're just working in theater because they love it. So
Definitely not the money.
No.
it's definitely not the money.
Can you imagine?
It's definitely
Somebody
not so
rubbing
we
their
can
hands
all.
together,
And it's definitely not so we can all be mayor because only one of us can be mayor.
which is Stephanie.
It's definitely got to do it. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you that I got to be in a reading. Well, I did the stage directions for a reading, which the oldest brother Apple Family guy was also
J.O.?
in.
J.O. Sanders?
J.O. Sanders, yes. J.O. Sanders. And I was like, I was at the public when you were in the Apple Family Place. He was like, oh yeah, great. But so nice, but like also dismissive, like stage direction lady, get out of my face. I'm trying to do a show. It was because it was a staged reading. So he was on his feet doing, stage business.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting in a chair, like gawking.
And you were in the middle of the show too. That's why he was mad. You interrupted your own stage direction to compliment Jay. He was like, keep going.
Fantastic. This question is just for you, Stefanie. Tell us about the time or two that you were starstruck.
Well, obviously, as I mentioned before, Lin-Manuel Miranda pretty much got me bad.
Obviously.
Big one.
Mostly because, like, I was such a self-hating Puerto Rican for so much of my life because I never had seen myself represented in anything. So I thought that I had to, like, assimilate and act white and be like all white creators. And then I got to see In the Heights, and that changed my life. And so when they said that Hamilton was coming, I was like, well, God damn it.
I remember.
Yeah. And I remember when I finally was like, okay, that doesn't count. My time with him by the elevator, I'm going to actually talk to him. And by then, I had tweeted him a few times. And when I went to see the show as a patron, he came out because I was going to try and stage door with my sister. And he goes, Stefanie. And I was like, yeah. And he says, "Tu crees que no te veo?" Like in English, meaning you think I don't see you? I was ruined. And from that point on, he still made a point to remember me and give me a hug, and it I was ruined for life in the best way.
I mean, that almost broke me.
Yeah. I will never forget him saying, "You think I don't see you?" And even though that just means so much, those words.
Yeah. That's some choice words. I mean, unsurprising from Lin-Manuel Miranda, but choice words in that moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm still thinking of just randomly sending him a wedding invitation and just being like, "So
you should."
Why not?
Yeah, he's gonna come and he's gonna bring friends and they're gonna sing and dance at your wedding.
Mm-hmm. Totally full focus.
Yeah, he'll bring Vanessa. I don't have a very good Lin, but we're working on it.
Speaking of impressions, what was your favorite public theater front of house pastime?
Gossip.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
That was the thing that got me through. It's who hates who? What happened? Tell me how Achilles tore his Achilles. Tell me everything.
Wait, I didn't. Okay. Well, anyway.
No, go.
Just listening. So this is a guess. You're referring to the production of Troilus and Cressida, and you're referring to the very famous actor who played Achilles, who's also in Stranger Things and who has a name. And did he tear his Achilles doing that show?
Yeah, that's what I heard. And apparently he tore it because he didn't go to Fight Call.
He's a bad actor, is what you're telling us?
Oh, the drama. Oh, the tea. I can't.
It's scalding.
This is too hot. Oh my!
At least what I
God.
heard.
Wow.
Wow!
That's
Wow.
always that's like Scottish. That's like the Scottish play. Like there's an Achilles curse. Achilles actually always does hurt their Achilles
I love that.
tendon,
Let's make that a thing.
heel
Yeah.
or whatever.
Let's
Yeah.
start spreading that around.
Start spreading the rumor.
If you do not go to
Yeah,
Fight
if you don't
Call,
go, don't go to fight call.
You're gonna fucking hurt yourself. I mean, good practice. Good practice.
Yeah.
So what we've learned from this is that Stefanie is the mayor, that representation matters, and
Yeah.
that go to fucking fight call.
Just go to fight call. It's 10 minutes at the most.
10 minutes, and it's fun. Who cares?
Yeah, it's
It's
fun.
fun.
on the flip side, when they did, was it the musical version of? Did they do a musical 12th? Not 12th night. Midsummer. Either way, when they did Midsummer in the park,
Uh-huh.
they had the elderly in the show as was it like the fairies.
Oh, yeah, that was the
Oh,
musical.
yes.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Was that that was a public twerks?
it
Yeah.
might have been. But I remember they had like a call just for them. And it was just a bunch
Oh.
of elderly people in white robes dancing
yeah.
Oh,
at
that's so
their own
wonderful.
call. And it was
Oh,
Favorite thing. One of them was like a retired Russian ballerina. Yeah.
That's cool as heck.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love public twerks. I know that you all maybe think I'm foolish, but it's
love
my
public
favorite.
I love it.
twerks. No, it was remarkable. What are
It's
you
the best
talking
thing
about?
that's come out of that.
It made me
Public
cry every
theater.
time.
Every
Every time I tried to take as many people as I could to be like, see, this is what theater can be.
This is
Tessa,
what
I think
it's
the
about.
last time I saw you was at a public works show.
It probably was.
Hercules?
It probably was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hercules.
Oh,
Ugh,
Hercules was
I missed
so
it, but
good.
I was so excited.
Mhm.
so good.
Mhm.
With Jelani.
Mhm.
Oh,
So handsome. He's doing well, it seems.
Mhm.
Anyways.
Thank goodness.
yeah, I can't think of a bad one. I can't think of a
No,
bad public
There
twerks.
wasn't one.
I
No.
did not enjoy As You Like It as much as everybody else did.
As You Like. I don't think I saw As
They're
You Like It.
redoing it.
Are they?
Oh.
this summer.
Oh, that's right. Is that was is that the one Shayna Ta was in?
Mhm.
Okay.
I did like that one. I liked
Wait.
her music.
12th Night I liked.
I liked 12th Night. That's what I was
That
just
was great.
thinking. I was like, I must have seen As You Like It, but did I?
Oh, maybe
Todd
I'm
Almond's
thinking of 12th
got to
Night.
do
Out?
the famous.
But Shayna did both of
famous
them.
exit.
Right.
Shayna did both.
But Shayna, did she play accordion in both of them? Or no, is it accordion?
Mm-hmm.
I think
so.
I'm
Played
thinking.
accordion definitely in As You Like It.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
it was As You Like
But
It.
she did in 12th Night too.
Oh boy.
Probably.
This is a problem. I do like 12th Night. I don't generally like As You Like It as much.
I'm really
So
trying to think of the As You Like It.
wait, As You Like It's the one with the tree, right? That's the letters are all in the tree.
Yeah, they're in the trees and
Yeah,
they're in
yeah,
the
yeah.
forest, and they're like, "We're the forest of Arden." Here
yeah,
we
yeah.
are.
Oh, Forest of Art. That's right. No, 12th Night
Oh.
Supremacy.
Mhm. We had to learn some AS for 12. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, we
Ooh.
had to learn how to say like welcome to Illyria or
Oh,
something.
that's awesome.
I
Yeah.
like that.
That's cool.
I like
I
that.
like
Oh
that.
yes, I remember the 12th Night one now.
The 12th Night is the one I have I don't have the full cast recording. I only have the like basically Shina like tapes, which is her, but also the guy who ended up playing Yellow Stockings. You know who I'm talking
Count
about.
Malvolio.
Yeah. I have the guy who played
Songs
Count
on that
Malvolio.
recording.
Yeah, I listen to that all the time sometimes.
Mhm.
It's the good stuff.
I love that.
But As You Like It has completely left my mind, so I don't know. It didn't make a big impression on me, or I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think I'm mixing it up now. Now I don't know.
I only saw 3, so like I don't think I saw either of those.
Love's Labors. You saw Love's Labors.
I did.
Well, that wasn't a public workshop.
No,
Oh no,
was
that
just
wasn't the public. What was the one that year?
Winter's Tale.
Winter's Tale
Yeah,
was the
Winter's
second
Tale.
year. What was the first one?
It was.
Oh my goodness. It was
First one was, I don't remember it.
Oh my god, I enjoyed
Oh
it. Though.
dang.
Damn
I know it was a good one. Was it Tempest? No,
Yes.
Oh, was it? Yes,
It
it was Tempest.
Yes.
Oh yes,
And the cast.
The
Mhm.
cast.
Our darling
Wasn't-
Norm Lewis.
Wasn't the girl like she was fresh out of Columbia or some shit? She was probably somebody's kid, you know. But she came. I remember. I think I saw it when it was raining, and she came. Her character entered like running down the steps from the audience. She
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
stage and it was wet, and she slid, and she turned it into a spinning knee move. And I was like, okay, she's got me. I like this. I like this kid.
She went to Fight Call
She
Yeah.
went to Fight Call.
Every day.
every day, even when they didn't have Fight Call. She was there. She don't skip Fight Call.
I'm gonna figure this shit out.
God, that's
What we
funny.
call Plan Z.
Yeah. Plan Z is what's happening when you're in it. You're in it. It's too late. You can't.
Too late. You can't.
Yeah, every other plan has gone out the window.
You are sliding across the stage at the Delacorte.
I'm still waiting on Norm Lewis. I remember he like came backstage, I guess during Tempest, and like walked like out into the court, into like the little gate area in front of gate 1. And like a couple of us ushers were there, and then like a couple of the grounds people were there, and he was just like, "What's that show about the Bible? All the kids, like the Cain and Abel, or like Children of Eden." He's like, "Yeah, we should do Children of Eden as one of these shows." So I'm still waiting for Public Twerks,
Oh my God.
Children of Eden with Norm Lewis in it.
That would
Wow.
be remarkable. I
That
mean, he would
would
have
be.
to play God, obviously.
Of course, he'd
Of
have to play God.
course.
I
He
mean,
is God,
father.
so
He is.
yeah, the
That
father.
voice.
Yeah, right. Oh, for copyright purposes, we can't call him God.
Nope.
It's not in public domain.
Nope. It's not in public domain.
We have to pay
But
rights.
Actually, you know what?
Copyrighted
You know what?
phrase.
It starts this year. This year, it finally entered public domain.
This year? Oh, but
This
just old, but
We
just
can
Old
start-
Testament God.
Just Old
Oh,
Testament.
only
God.
Old Testament.
Yeah. New Testament's still in escrow, not escrow,
Yeah, it's
or the other thing.
copyrighted still.
Yeah,
King
yeah.
James
Protected.
translation for sure.
Yeah.
King James Old Testament God is public domain.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
I
So-
just realized that means because Gatsby only just came available
Yep.
and public domain. So that means that the elevator repair machine people
Paid.
they they paid the rights to do
They
that.
did.
Good
Yeah.
on them.
They did.
They believed.
Was Gats long? Was that a long
It
show?
was 7.5 hours.
7.5. What?
Yeah, they did the whole novel.
I think at
The
some point
book's
they
not
did it
that
in rap.
long.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like when you say it out loud,
They
like
did
you
it
sat
in
down
rap?
to read it from beginning to end, it would be 7.5 hours.
I mean, I guess,
At that
but like,
point.
There was a
but,
meal
like,
break.
that's not good. That's not good.
They did that to the apples when they did that in rep too.
Yeah.
they did.
But the apples was like, did they
Each
do
their
all
own.
4 in one day? Didn't they
It was
do all
over
4 in one
2
day at one point?
days,
Yeah.
Oh, 2 days.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
did Hopi Changey and then
Hmm.
I did
I'm sorry, it was
Cursed
3.
Child. I did Cursed
Ooh.
Child all in one day.
Mm.
How
I
was
think that's
that?
the way to do it.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
what was
recommend
thinking.
it.
If
I can't
do ever-
recommend. I can't not recommend Cursed
show?
Child enough.
Oh, wait, you can't not recommend. So wait, you're saying
I
don't
don't-
go.
Don't go.
Great. Oh,
Yeah.
that
I
takes
couldn't
something
even
off my
get through
list.
the like book version of it.
Mm-mm.
So.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, great. This
No.
just takes a big load off of my
And
plate.
and people will, like, apologists will be like, but it reads differently. It's a script, and it's like, no,
No.
you can still tell as a
Still-
as a writer. Like, it doesn't. It's not a loss of it's not a loss of adaptation that is the problem with that script.
Okay, good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah, there's four
Oh.
apple, families, because didn't they added another one. That was why it all
Yeah.
came back, right?
Exactly. It was like
Yeah.
Hopey changey,
2012
Sweet-
was the
Sweet and
third
Sad.
one. Then they
They
did
all
the
took
fourth
place on like
The day.
the
that they
day
premiered.
that, yeah.
right?
So
Then it
the
opened.
final one was the election.
Yeah.
And the fourth one
wait,
was
is
like
that right?
Yeah, because the opening night was supposed to be on election night, and they were really hoping to do
Oh.
a public theater lobby party, and it did not go the way they were hoping.
Oh no, of course.
No, wait, no. It wasn't. It was
Was that the
it was too
Gabriels?
early.
That was the Gabriels.
I was gonna say it must be because I was gone already, but I was there for the Apple
It was
4th.
the
But
anniversary of
2013.
JFK.
JFK's
Right.
assassination, the
Yes.
50th anniversary.
Because it
Yes.
was election day 2012.
Sorry, I'm looking at it right now.
Sorry, for
Sorry,
the
the
third
third
play.
one is during the 2012 election.
Yeah.
So
And
it
they had
is-
to do all that
yeah,
back writing and put all the Sandy stuff in
right.
because that was never a thing until right before the show.
Yes, it was the Gabriels. That was the 2016 election.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Oh, and they were gonna party.
And the Gabriels
Oh,
had
I
a
was
line.
at a party,
Oh,
so
boy.
what am I talking about?
The
I was at a
Gabriels
party.
had
I
a
did
line.
a rap. I did a
Opening
rap
night
about how we were gonna
parties.
have a lady.
Oh, a
president.
rap, like a rap song.
Yeah, I did a rap song.
I thought you like made a rap. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean because party, food,
Yeah, yeah.
snacks.
I
No,
thought you did like a cool
No, I
election
did a-
themed.
election.
That's a
Rap
wrap,
song.
everybody.
No,
I had
That's
to
a wrap.
bury it. I had to destroy it.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
public opening night parties are probably one of the things I miss the most.
Oh,
I did.
that's
Those
fair.
were good. Those
They
were good.
great.
Unlimited
Still have my bottle of
alcohol,
Hamilton vodka.
Yeah.
lighters, fried mac and cheese balls.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
were
yeah,
good.
yeah.
They
Those
really
were good.
The library did have great food.
Wait,
Great
are,
food.
Are,
Stupid
are
expensive,
ushers no
but-
longer allowed to attend those? Like even from before the pandemic?
I don't even know.
That's what I
I
heard.
bounced pre 2020.
Right.
I'm
I
out.
heard no more.
They
No
weren't
more
invited
trips
to
like
the holiday party the year I left.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's my
Mhm.
misunderstanding, which I think is bullshit.
The hardest
Yeah.
working people.
the hardest working people in show
Honestly.
business. I'm Oscar Eustace. I'm here.
That is good.
I'm here to tell you. Is the cast of Fun Home here? No? Then this is the cast of Hamilton, the hardest working cast in show business. Welcome to
Really good,
opening
Oscar.
night. Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is your theater.
That is this
This
is
is
oh,
your
this
theater.
is your theater.
This is your theater.
The
Welcome to
answer-
Shakespeare in the Park. This is your park.
I already told you about sending Oscar Eustace like gifts to try and get him to come see my show, right?
No.
No, you
I haven't talked about that. when I put up Life in Plastic, I sent a Cuban, not a Cuban cigar, the next best thing, a fancy cigar and a small bottle of gin and a flyer for the show and a little gift bag, and I put it in his cubby since we had access to that area at the time. I don't think ushers do anymore, probably for this very reason. But I slid that into his box, and then they sent somebody from the literary department, like an intern, which was nice of them.
That's nice. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I didn't work there anymore when I did Tentacles, but I like followed up with that intern and with the literary department, and they were like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I can't. I admire the hustle. I like the
Listen.
trying.
Yeah. me
Yeah,
too.
because as an usher, it was probably like 2 or 3 hours where it was an entire shift to afford the cigar and the tiny gin.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
like,
So I didn't eat that week. That's fine.
you know, really wanted you to come, buddy. Bike on over. It was across the street. I can't actually emphasize enough that the show was taking place across the street from the public.
Easiest commute.
That theater ended up getting a lot of public theater action as far as
Did it?
yeah.
Oh.
Because like KPJ's show premiered there.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
And let's see, something else did too. I don't remember. It's a shame he didn't come. It's a shame.
Listen,
I'm just gonna hire you to
People are
run all
busy.
of your shows in rep.
I have thought so many times, like, is it time to do a like look back at my career?
Yes, it is. I loved both of those shows, and I'm gonna bring it to this square fucking state to scare the shit out of people. It's gonna be amazing.
Hell yeah.
Can you not frame it, Tessa? It's absurd. Can you not frame it as like my retirement? Like you're not done.
No.
You can just call it a remounting of shows you have done.
No,
Like,
Your
I
one-woman
think
shows.
it's got to be a career retrospective.
No.
I want to put up the 3
Absurd.
things I've done and
then
say,
that's
this is
it. I don't want to do any more.
This is what I did.
And then move to
All
your
right,
tiny home
on
in
you go.
Pennsylvania.
And then onward into non-existence.
I become a cloud.
Ugh.
I become a cloud. No, this may fail, and we may have to cut this whole section, but I would
Oh,
love
boy.
to flip the script and have our guest ask us any
wow.
questions that she may
Oh
feel.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
right.
Really put
Oh,
Stephanie
God.
on the spot.
God. Okay,
It's
what
she's smart and delightful. She'll be fine.
what are you guys watching on TV right now that like is really taking your attention?
That's a good
It doesn't have to be something that's recent. It could be something you're rewatching. Just something that's like, I'm always looking for stuff that's really good. So I'm just trying to find out for myself. So
I, in real time, watched
Good.
the season 2 premiere of Picard last night, and it blew my fucking mind. But, you know.
Oh,
Was
Picard.
Whoopi in that episode?
Hmm?
Is
She
Whoopi in that?
was, and did.
I saw the little CBS was like, hey, we think you might like this.
Whoopi's back.
Whoopi's back.
I'm on Star Trek. Wow.
That's really great.
That's okay. It's okay. That's awesome. I did like first season Picard, so
It's
I
real good.
can only imagine it's good.
It's yeah, and there's queer representation, like just
Oh,
actually
yeah.
relationship now, which we love.
hey, that's
And
Heck
it's
yeah.
just talked about as how is this and how is your person? Fine. Off saving the world, being a pain in the ass like you are, blah blah blah. It's so good. It's just
Oh,
it's
that's
That's
I
nice.
like
it's
that.
everything that we need.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all you want.
It is.
I had a hard time during the pandemic just watching anything new. I have an incredibly long to watch list.
Same.
Same.
But it was hard to get emotionally invested into a new show. I tried the beginning of this year for just like I binged watched a bunch of episode 1s, like see if anything
Ooh,
caught on that I
nice.
liked. I have to watch Reservation Dogs. I loved
Oh, I have
the
to
first
watch that too.
episode, so I want
I
to
really
watch
wanna
that.
see
But I finished Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah,
Yeah, love that show.
Only Murders in the Building is
it's fantastic.
Class.
wow. Yeah.
Class. Big time. Good show.
Big
Yeah.
time good show. Ted
I was-
Handsome.
I was worried that those two would be like, uh-oh, it's old comedians. Like, you know,
And sure, there
Brunch.
are moments.
there's moments, but I think they do it real well. Like
I
they
think
are
so,
out
too.
of touch, you know, and it's like,
Yes,
but they play into it very well.
Exactly.
I was worried that it was going to be like, you know, old fashioned comedians like, nah, we're gonna, you know, do
Yeah. Here's
the
what's
thing we
wrong with the
always-
world today. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, let me tell you about cancel culture. And I was like, not excited,
It's
but
not that at all. Yeah.
I shouldn't have misjudged Steve Martin and Martin Short because they're the best.
They are. I remember their special and I just like enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love Only Murders in the Building.
Also Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Stephanie, in answer to your question, My roommate and I are watching. It's a new show. The season finale is today, and it's called.
Thrilling content.
Cut all this out, Cameron.
No, get it, Cameron. New song. Instead of cutting out the time, can you add a new like song for like visual cues where it's looking it up,
After Party.
looking it up.
Looking it up. Don't mind us, we're just looking it up. Casually.
It's called The After Party, and I think it's on Hulu. And it's a Rashomon storytelling style series. So each character, you see their perspective on the same series of events. Oh, it is funny as hell. It's so good. It's got everyone in it. I'm not going to tell you any names.
Everyone's in it?
I don't even
Every
need to
single
tell
Are you
any
not
names.
telling us names because you don't know any of their names?
I don't need to tell you.
That one from the other thing.
Looking it up so we sound like we know what we're talking about.
I love that. I'm not going to tell you about anybody who's in it.
You'll see when you. I want it to be a surprise for you.
I was like, oh, that one.
But actually,
my actor's secret is I don't actually know any of their names.
it's so that I don't overwhelm myself when I meet them to work with them in the future. I'm just like, oh, that's
Right.
so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Password
Really cool.
is
Oh, but this is funny because I did almost no rewatching during the pandemic. I was like, give me something new, give me new. Let me catch up on stuff I never finished, etc.
Yeah.
And
The two genders. Purely comfort watches or only new content.
Well, my roomie is a big comfort watcher. Well, not like huge, but she wanted to show me things I'd never seen for the delight of seeing whether I would enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
So she showed me Pushing Daisies. Is that right? That's the name of the show?
Yes,
I'm
it
so
is.
sorry. Which is a great show. But I never showed her any of my shows. So now I'm showing her Stargate SG-1. And I don't know that I could say I'm necessarily enjoying it though, because I have to every so often be like, it was 1996. And like
Tessa, I am shocked that you did not take the full opportunity to play I'll show you mine, you show me yours.
what do you
I'm
mean?
shocked. As far as TV, that's how that goes.
Well, the trouble is
Show
Pushing
for
Daisies has
show.
2 seasons and Stargate SG-1 has 10 of
that's true.
22 42-minute episodes a
Yeah.
season. And I'm at this point, we're not even a quarter of the way into season 1. And I'm like, I'm going to have to start curating. Skip that. Yes, watch Hathor. Come on. I'm like, can you do some of this on your own? Like, I can't be here all the time.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
You have to
Stargate in a
curate-
long
you have to-
time.
You have to curate the list, Tessa.
I know.
You got to get
And
you got to
but then there
film. You
was
got to
one-
get your film bro out and be like,
Yeah.
this is the definitive list that you're gonna watch, so you know the best Stargate.
Oh my gosh, you've talked to both my ex-boyfriends.
Tessa, I hate to surprise you, but they're with me today.
Oh my god!
No.
Sorry,
Come on
just kidding. Yeah. Sorry, that was a long answer to it.
Oh, I loved it.
Great
Tessa,
question.
why are you apologizing?
You know
Never
what I've
apologize.
decided? I've decided I apologize. And I like that about myself, and I'm keeping it.
Good. I'm glad.
And I'm not sorry that I'm saying sorry.
I'm not sorry that
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Just
want
the
you
opposite.
to, but that's the thing. I want you to do that. I want that to be your choice and not the societal pressure of a woman apologizing for like monopolizing a conversation, which you are not.
No,
So
you were
that's
doing
why-
the thing that was asked
yeah.
of you,
yeah,
and it was charming and funny.
I have another question.
it was fine. No, I'm kidding.
And the next question is,
Oh,
This is your favorite question to get to know somebody.
Ooh.
You get to have a superhero. You get to have a superhero power,
Mm.
but there is a drawback.
Oh,
You get to
Oh,
pick your power and you get to pick the drawback. For example, for ejemplo, mine is I would get to have the powers of the Flash, I can run really fast. I can eat everything I want and not gain any weight because my metabolism's super fast. However, I retain my klutziness, so I will always crash every single time I run and destroy the city.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That's called the Luis Mendoza curse from Mighty Ducks 2 when he was on Team USA. He couldn't slow down. He couldn't stop.
Yeah.
But he's the fastest skater. Luis Mendoza, everybody, get on it. Know your fictional sports teams. Also played by the same actor who played Benny the Jet Rodriguez from The Sandlot.
Oh,
yes.
yes. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I know he's done more. Okay.
Yep. I think he did those 2 movies and that's it. Does the curse or the drawback, it has to be like directly related or not directly related, but
To the power?
It doesn't have to be, but it has to be a drawback.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because that one is thematically like that one's very dramaturgically sound. I like that.
It's remarkable. In fact, I want to see that movie.
You should be a writer.
I don't think I could top that.
I've got my answer.
It's a good line.
I want to have the powers of Phoenix, not the movies, like comic book Phoenix and light Phoenix, not dark Phoenix, if we're being honest.
Cool.
But I maintain all of my anxiety levels. And so it turns out people are really talking about me like I say in my head.
Nice. I like that.
Question is, do I make them punch themselves then? Is that like my Dark Phoenix journey?
Yeah, that's your villain arc eventually.
I always said that I should never actually have telekinetic powers, because the first thing I would do is if someone was being a jag-off in traffic, they would punch themselves in the face.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Well, and it was
That's
just
very
completely
interesting.
out of nowhere because they can't see me. They don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and they also wouldn't be their first thought.
No.
Is someone telekinetically controlling me?
Which is why it's so evil.
Yeah. Right.
Just someone would give themselves a black eye. Like, just, it's horrifying, but funny.
Well, okay. Well, I'm trying to think, okay, because my default superpower answer, no limits, is the cartoon power where cartoons can hide.
Don't perceive me.
They can hide behind any shaped thing.
Don't perceive me.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize.
Because you're a resident true introvert.
Yeah, it's true. Can my curse be I always cast a shadow? not just I still do, like in the light. I always cast it. So like I can hide. They're like, David's shadow is coming out of that. It's coming out of that microphone.
Or
microphone.
Or if you can always hide, but for some reason dead ass is always out.
except for my cute butt. Yeah. Okay.
Except for your cute butt.
Loading.
Why does that light post have that ass?
Why am I attracted to that light post?
No, is it okay if I objectify that lamp?
I'm just imagining too much. Okay.
And also like if you can, like if the camera could see my face, like I'm like the 7-year-old kid who's like so excited, like nobody will find me, and then like his dump truck of an ass is hanging out from behind this lamppost,
like a truck.
Like a full ass truck.
Guys, like what? What?
Oh,
Tessa?
man. I guess. I guess it would be to have Scarlet Witch kind of powers, which I know it almost feels like cheating because she has like all of them.
She can manipulate the universe around her.
Manipulating the universe.
Yeah, her power is magic.
Her power is magic. She's a witch,
magic.
like the coolest things. Except I would maintain my inability to make decisions. I'll be like, I'm gonna make this wall into a tree. No, a flower, and then it's like a tree flower. It's like all messed up.
And then the wall is like, please let me die.
Every moment I
Release
live
me.
is agony.
I made it to
Wow.
the end.
Yeah. I need this to end.
True artist.
Oh, any chance to use my favorite Simpsons sound effect? Wow.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all, we need to write this movie.
I mean, I see it for superheroes.
Yeah.
In a world, I see it, I hear it.
In a world.
Well-intentioned individuals.
Yeah, with four well-intentioned individuals.
3 well-intentioned, 1 who wants people to punch themselves in traffic.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
that's true. That's true. You'll never see the twist coming. One of them is kind of a villain.
It me.
It me. Incredible.
I'm just being honest. If I had those powers, I might be a little
I
vigilante-ish.
understand.
That's why we need you to be honest.
I understand. It's like the extras, like Patrick when they're Patrick Stewart's on extras,
Mhm.
and he's talking about like if I was Professor Xavier in real life, and he's talking about Marilyn Monroeing people's skirts as they're walking down the street.
It's too late. I've seen everything.
and she tries to cover up, but it's too late. I've already seen everything. It's so good.
I mean, to be fair, I don't want them to die. I just want them to suffer a
Right.
little punishment real time.
Yeah,
Real-time
Which-
karma.
karma.
That could be my character name. Karma.
Would
Karma.
have really come in handy working at the theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have. In fact, I recall that was where I first had that idea.
Mm.
You can do that to the sleeping people. The sleeping people will punch themselves and wake themselves up. We don't have to stop the show and call for a medical emergency,
Yeah.
thinking they died.
Very true.
You know what's interesting, Cameron? Maybe I'm the villain because when you first talked about that power, I was like, why wouldn't you just make like the car crash or something? And then you were like, no, I just want to punch them, like, and I was like, oh yeah, of course. Why would you?
Why would you make the car
total?
wreck?
kill
That's
them?
a total overreaction to kill them. Why would I kill them? Maybe I'm having a villain awakening.
We all are. I just saw an amazing TikTok. Apparently that's what we are now. Is hey guys, this TikTok I saw. But it was talking about how everyone is talking about having their villain moment, their villain time right now. And this person was like, no. Some of us are henchmen and that's just fine. Some of us need to be Kronk and pull the lever.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's true. Maybe I am Kronk.
Hey,
People love my spinach puffs.
hey,
love
Kronk's
Kronk.
cool.
Kronk's
You know
the
that
best.
Kronk-
Yeah.
Kronk is canonically Jewish,
For real?
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
even though, like, from where he's from, it wouldn't make sense.
Like
But
the
they
Andes?
pull But they pull out Kronk every time, like, Hanukkah or Passover comes around, and like they post a picture of him, like
Ugh,
That's
Kronk's
interesting.
canonically
That's cool.
Jewish character.
squeak in.
Yeah.
Maybe he converted.
Yeah, I think on the show, because they had like an Emperor's New Groove show on Disney Channel,
Yes,
he got married, and like it was a Jewish ceremony too.
converted for the. for
Okay,
that.
cool.
That's great. I love that. I love that it's Kronk.
Remember there
of
was an
all the
Aladdin
people.
show too, wasn't there?
There was.
Yes, there was.
It was a show for a lot of things.
There was an Aladdin show, and I remember it crossed over with
Little
Hercules.
It
Mermaid.
did.
Oh, that's right. There was Little Mermaid show. That's right.
Mhm. My cat is running around in circles. She does that. She has an anxiety issue, and she just walks in circles.
I mean, same.
I can relate. Yeah.
We have to give her kitty CBD to calm her down. Doesn't work most of the time, but she is doing that right behind me right now. Hi, Gwen.
It happens. It happens. I also take CBD for my anxiety, so I relate to this cat.
Chicken flavored CBD.
Ooh, that sounds
Ooh,
great.
yum.
I want my CBD to
Put
be
it right
better
on your
flavored
food.
like that. Yeah, what is that? I want chicken flavored CBD.
Yeah. Me too. That sounds remarkable.
Drop that right into a cup of broth. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Or
Probably
ramen.
tastes like a bouillon cube though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the B that stands for. Chicken bouillon, dude.
Chicken bouillon.
Chicken bouillon dank weed is what what it stands for.
Oh,
Is there time for me to
T-shirt.
pee before the next thing we do?
of course.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rehydrate, you know.
Rehydrate. Yeah, rehydrate. Restructure
Please.
your body.
Please.
I have
Oh, boy.
4 different beverages at my side, and I've only gone for the wine, but we also have caffeinated seltzer that got me through my day.
I
Hell yeah.
love caffeinated seltzer. It's the best thing.
Water
Yes.
Water, always important.
and peppermint tea.
Ooh,
Amazing.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
I also have 4. I have an old fashioned, I have a chilled espresso, and then I have black drip coffee because I had a lesson directly before this, and then water.
Nice. Hi, cat.
Hi, sweet girl. Oh,
Gwen?
my goodness.
Gwenny,
Gwenny.
she has permanent angry face. Not that people should.
It's so cute, though.
Yeah, it is very cute.
Her face is so cute.
Yeah. She's Siamese and like part Torty.
Hmm.
That's the dream. And I bet she's got a little bit of a tude.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
You know that Siamese cats, their eyes vibrate,
Oh no.
No.
literally vibrating.
Oh no. I don't like that.
Only Siamese cats do it.
Does it cause vision issues for them, or is it just like a thing
I
that
have
happens?
no idea.
That's
It's the
interesting.
result of whatever it is that my wife can explain this so much better. She is a science person.
My wife. Sorry, I have to do it every time. I do it when Cameron says it too.
It's
so.
true.
Has a
No,
degree
I-
in epidemiology and is just like 100%
Oh,
a
geez.
science nerd.
Wow.
And I love her.
I get it. I don't
Yeah.
even really know what epidemiology is.
So you know the whole pandemic thing, the people that
Yeah.
like Fauci,
Yeah.
that
Oh, okay. Now I
Yeah,
understand.
like studying-
Epidemic.
yeah, it's like
Root words. I understand now.
Root.
Oh, I'm so smart, guys. I'm
Yeah.
fucking smart.
You is. You is. I was
You
going to ask,
is.
how is married life?
Married life is really fun.
Yeah.
We mostly just binge watch things and
Yes.
play video games. We get very
Nice.
competitive at Mario Kart.
Nice.
She always plays Cat Peach and I always play Waluigi, and she always beats me.
Incredible. That's a
But I-
matchup for the ages,
It
truly.
is.
I do a lot better in Mario Party. So.
Mm. Oh, you're one of those people. I know people who are like indescribably good at Mario Party, and it's like, can't you just be like the rest of us who are all shitty at it?
I think
Or
it's
it's
just
not real.
Waluigi is good at Mario Party.
Mm,
So playing Waluigi is the trick to winning.
yeah. Interesting.
Yes.
You wouldn't think it comes into play, but that makes sense. That lanky athlete boy.
hmm
Is that what you mostly play, Stephanie, or are there other games in the house?
Many other games. I recently was addicted to this like lo-fi game called Unpacking. Either of you
I don't
heard
know
of
it.
that?
I don't know it.
Unpacking is basically a game where each level you follow like a year in the life of a person from childhood to like marriage, and you are unpacking their life and putting
Oh,
items in their room. But you
no.
don't really know who this person is, but through
Yeah.
their items, you get to know this person and you get to know the story of what they're going through. Like, for example, in one level, it's like childhood, and then it's your college dorm, and then it's moving in with friends, and like you can
Oh.
you pick up the interest they have, like they're very into Dungeons and Dragons. and then like their first boyfriend, and you're like, you can tell automatically that like the boyfriend is a shitbag because there's no place for you to put your college diploma other than under the bed.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Wow.
This sounds potentially devastating.
it's devastating. And like, spoiler alert, and in the last level, like you finally find your partner for life. And I'm pretty sure this character is bisexual.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
it just makes you sob.
Oh no.
And you've
But
never
I mean, great. What a
person.
great
It's
thing.
just like I've unpacked their silverware and their mug and their stuffed pig that has followed them from childhood to adulthood.
Oh my god.
Weeping.
I love it. I love that.
So lovely.
I love that people are finding ways to do games like that now. That's great.
That is so
That's
cool.
really good.
It is
That
so
is
lovely.
awesome. That is like, what a concept.
It's a potentially like, again, devastating medium because you have to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no other medium really, and like reading to a degree, but like you
The
are the one who
author's
has to
done
like
some
do it yourself. Yeah. The author's done a little bit.
There's a level where you move back home after your relationship is over.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
tough.
That's a little too close. That's a little too close to home.
That is tough.
Yeah.
I was just thinking,
I did that in real life.
Like, if they have a character move to New York, you're gonna have like 12 levels of unpacking in different apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most of the levels are just throwing things away.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
Why
I
do I
can't take it. My
still
closet
have
is
this?
half the size.
This is not going to fit in the Uber.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's great. That's a
That's
great
like a
game.
secret
That
level.
sounds
The New
cool.
York level.
It sounds amazing.
Unpacking.
Yeah, that is so
Unpacking.
cool. What a cool concept. Sorry, that's so video games are cool.
They are cool.
They are.
I actually just got told today I look like a video game character.
Oh,
which
from Horizon.
Yeah, how did you know?
Because you do. That's
You do.
correct.
A character named Aloy.
Aloy, yeah.
Hey, I'm so sorry, Aloy.
I think my wife wants to play that one.
Cosplay.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
said. The person was like, "You look like this game character," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I saw commercials for that on TV," and somebody else said that. And then I was like, "Is this how cosplay happens?" They were like,
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't need like I think one of the more difficult parts of cosplay is usually the wig, and you don't even need one.
Oh yeah.
You have the right hair for it already.
I wish I was a tall person because then I would cosplay as Lady D from Resident Evil 8.
Oh,
Just do
Tall
it.
vampire lady.
Yeah.
But her whole
Yeah,
thing,
you
she's
probably
a
could,
giant
right?
woman.
Who
That's true.
cares?
And like,
That's
yes,
true.
I'm
So
taller
ca-
than
so
my wife, but
Carry some small people in your hand
Yeah,
to show
just
the scale.
just hire some small
Carry
people.
the scale.
Yeah, hire some small people.
I'm talking
walk
like
around
little
with some Barbie
figurines.
dolls.
Yeah, carry a banana for scale, but it's a plantain. It's a plantain, so you have the right scale.
No, you got to do those little mini tiny bananas. I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah.
tall.
Just get some banana chips, just like those. And
Yeah.
then-
Carry a single banana and be like, this is a banana.
See,
to
look how
you."
small. I do understand that. Yeah, she is. It would be best with someone who's like very tall, but also yes, you should.
Live
I
your
agree with
dreams.
Cameron. Do it
Life's too
anyway.
short.
Yeah.
Lady
Yeah.
D sparked such an awakening in people. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people were like, "Oh, I want her to step on my face."
Yes.
I will
I
thank
gotta
her
look this
for it.
character up.
Look her up, Tessa.
And
Lady
speaking
D.
of which,
Lady Demetrius.
what a beautiful organic segue to our next segment. Wondered if you would be willing to talk about your coming out a little bit. Back to
Ooh.
serious business, but not really.
Ooh.
Source business.
What I
one?
remember most is you were one of the first of us to actually come out and to actually be
Mhm.
brave and to realize who you were. And I love that. And I just have always admired that about you, especially
thank
growing
you.
up in the Catholic Latinx community.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to commend your bravery, and we never really talked about it. So
Thank
if you were
you.
willing, if not, we can cut
Sure.
this out.
No, sure. See, it was a thing that I think I should have always known, but I definitely didn't because of indoctrination. I used to say I would totally date a girl if it meant I didn't go to hell.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's, yeah.
Or
that could be a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
For like recovering Catholics.
Yes.
And then my sister would always be like, Stefanie, you know you're gay, right? Like, and I would be like, no, men, I love men. Men are great. And yes, men are great. But I think I realized that like there's something that women make me feel as well that like was really strong that I hadn't been able to process. And I think the thing that made the most sense to me at the time was being bisexual, because I definitely knew I was attracted to many men on Glee. And I was also attracted to many women on Glee. Mm-hmm. So that meant, yeah. So I came out as bisexual, and initially my family didn't take it really well. At the same time, my sister was also dating a woman, and it didn't seem to be going that well. And my family started taking that as like reason why dating the same sex is bad.
Yeah.
And they were being really mean to my sister. And I just remember being like, well, you know what? I'm bisexual too.
That's great. I mean,
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. And it didn't go very well, but my dad and my stepmom are both pretty supportive right now. So they did come around.
Good.
Good.
The sexuality scale did eventually tip a little bit stronger in the female direction. Mm-hmm. For a really long time that I thought that I might identify as a lesbian, mostly because I enjoy men, but nothing quite is like the feeling of holding a girl's hand.
Oh,
And I think I've come to the realization at this point that like there are men that I'm attracted to. Most of them are probably in the queer community because there's a shared experience.
Yep.
Or artistic individuals who kind of get that life.
Talent crushes.
Yeah, talent crushes. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to men, I'm more like on the demi spectrum where it needs to be a good exception for me to be really attracted to that person. Whereas women are just like women.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think I directly came out as like exclusively lesbian to my family. They were just like, you're queer. And I think at this point, it's so murky that I just like to go by queer because it makes the most sense. I feel like it would be a lie for me to say that I'm completely like bi, but I'm also like not quite a lesbian anymore, even though I really love being in that community. So yeah, I think the answer now is queer, and that's generally what I tell people. I don't know if my family really knows at this point because I'm not going to keep coming out, but
well,
a yearly thing, great tour.
Out.
Yeah,
I can. There's just
set up
not
the tour.
Much. And it turns out that like not my family in general is pretty much a facet of the LGBT community mostly. So yeah. It's rather genetic.
Well, yeah.
Fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that too. I mean, thank you for sharing, first of all, because the bravery is really appreciated. And like, I love that we are now in a place where our labels can change.
Yeah.
Like, who knows? I might not identify as pan forever. I have no idea. It might end up feeling completely wrong one day. I might wake up and be like, nope.
Yeah.
I am strictly demisexual, and it is my soulmate that I am married to. Good luck, everyone else. But like, it's just, I love that we are in a time where we can actually shift. And I love that we are in a time where we can be in long-term married monogamous relationships and still talk and still identify and still be in most circles, a welcome member of the LGBTQIA community. Plus.
Yeah. Like I remember talking to my wife and being like, would you be upset if at some point my at some point my label changed? And she was like, absolutely not. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
make
good.
Me feel good.
That's who you want to be married to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You chose right. It's nice to have like a safety net in a way for everyone in this community who is queer but can't settle on a label. Not to invalidate queer as a label itself, because that is also something that some people do strongly identify as, but it is at the moment like kind of a safety net for everybody who's like shifting and going back and forth, because it's such a nice change from like you're either straight or you are something. You're an abomination. That's my Catholic right?
So abomination club.
Get it back.
Yeah, exactly.
T-shirt, called it.
T-shirt for abomination.
Abomination
club.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd think going to all girls Catholic school would have really taught me that I was gay, but definitely didn't know it all.
Nope.
I do like the sentiment of like coming out stories that are like, I probably should have always known.
No. We've all said that.
Oh, there's so many things. Like I had such fierce friendships with girls that like if they wanted to be friends with somebody else, I would get so jealous and they'd be like, I am your best friend.
Yes. Yep.
Where I'd be really attached to that female teacher. And I convinced myself it was just mommy issues, but I guess
sure. It can be both.
I mean, yeah.
But did you have like at an all-girl Catholic school? Because I have a couple friends now who tell me that too. It's like, I mean, I realize now, yes, I just had crushes on my classmates, but at the time I was just like, I don't know, I just really love them. The light of God like really shining through it. It's like
the light of God shines in them, yes.
Really shining in them. It's me, it's the God in me finding the God in them. Okay.
I was too busy being a judgy little bitch because I was walking around like trying to like curl my hair like I was in a 1940s movie, and like it was like everything Judy Garland movies, and everybody else was just like, listen, we just want to listen to some hip hop, stop being so weird. And I was like, you guys are all the same. But I feel like if I would have gone back with my mentality now, I would have loved all of them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you never know. Like, I spent a lot of time in locker rooms, and that didn't awake anything for me. Most of the time I was feeling, don't perceive me.
Yeah. This is true. Like, you spend so much of your youth trying not to be perceived. You could be having so much fun if you just everybody was doing some perceiving and like liking what they saw,
Yeah, it's so true. I spend a lot of my time as a teacher saying, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Wear purple, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
One of my goals is to write a YA novel that basically explores what it would have been like if I had known I was gay at the time and dealt with it. And then if I were to have met somebody like my wife at the time. Because like we were both hardcore, like at one point, like I was super emo and she was goth. And then I flipped to 1940s obsession. But it was like,
as you do,
would I have been different if I would have realized it in high school? And I think that's more just me trying to work through that myself.
I love that. Please write that. Like,
it sounds awesome.
Like tomorrow. I need that.
Yeah, like finish it tomorrow.
I'm gonna need that across my desk by next week.
Yeah, we need that one
because that's the content we need.
Yeah, Cameron's your publisher now.
Yes, I have a publishing company.
That's true, and you have a desk.
I do.
So fancy.
I do.
Cameron,
and
what don't you have at this point? What don't you have?
Yeah, what don't you have?
The ability to catch a ball, Tessa. We've talked about this.
That is my nightmare.
Which is why we became such fast friends.
My dad used to always say, balls always hit you in the head because you're an Aries, and things naturally attract the head of the Aries. So that's why you get hit in the
So
face.
why?
Fascinating.
That's such a specific read of a horoscope that I've never known was associated with a
I love
sign.
it.
He's also an Aries, so
So he was warning you.
he was also throwing the ball because he wanted me to be the daughter that would play soft catch.
Yeah.
And then I gave up. And
He
then
was
he
throwing the
knocked
ball
my
and then
cousin.
explaining why it hit you in the head by saying it was because
And then I
balls
gave
are
up.
attracted to Aries heads.
And then he said to my cousin, "You're on deck," and he knocked her tooth out.
Wow.
She's
Wow.
not an Aries.
Wow.
I was gonna say I'm a
so she just fucked up.
and balls constantly hit me in
That's
the
on
head.
her.
Never the
Yeah,
kind I wanted, but
Yeah.
So
Ugh.
before we wrap up with an FMK, I would just really like to play Smash or Pass with the cast of Glee.
Right.
Will you be share screening the pictures?
Yeah.
for
Do
those
you have
of
the
us who
wiki?
can't remember their
Do you have the
names?
Glee wiki up, Cameron?
Nope.
No.
Just going by
I like-
memory.
I like the
You don't
definitive
mention-
nope and then not elaborating.
Okay, I
My
think I can
all-time
remember. I think I can
favorite
remember.
character. I will boycott this podcast.
What?
Oh dang! Oh,
What are we
if you don't
boycotting?
mention the all-time favorite character of Stephanie,
Is
Stephanie
the
will
all-time favorite
boycott
character
this
played by a
podcast.
problematic actor?
No. Oh wait,
Okay,
these are
then it'll be-
problematic actors.
Then it will be fine.
Oh, okay.
Here, we're
I am
gonna
just
go-
skipping
we'll
the
go down the
problematic
list.
ones. Rachel Berry, Smash or Pass?
Ash.
Smash.
Pass.
just like brunette, like just
Leah
give me
Michele.
something. Oh, pass.
a scathing indictment of Leah Michele.
It would be too much. It would be like too much.
Yeah.
Santana Lopez. Smash.
Ash.
Oh.
Mash.
R.I.P.
We love you, Naya.
Smash.
Yeah.
Universally smashed. Way to go, Santana Lopez.
Universal
Happy
Smash
about
Care.
that.
These are teenagers. Are we okay that we're doing this?
Hey,
They aren't teenagers.
No, they were not teenagers. They
They
were
were
all
like
in
in
their
their
20s.
30s.
Okay,
But
great.
also,
And
but
that
makes
also,
me
I'm
feel
a
better.
teenager in this Glee
Yeah.
hypothetical.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no. This is a non-problematic reading of Smash or Pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so the listeners know, I'm playing as my 16-year-old self.
Yeah,
In Ohio.
100%.
Yeah.
In Ohio. Finn Hudson.
Pass.
Smash or Pass? I would smash.
Tall one.
Yeah.
Smash.
Also died
Pass.
tragically. Fascinating.
My time in the Glee role play community has really put me against that character.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was sweet and he was stupid, but he was pretty.
That's all that
Blaine
matters to me.
Anderson. Smash or Pass? As in Darren Chris.
That's Darren Chris.
Smash.
Smash.
Wait.
Wait.
Darren
that-
Chris.
I know. I don't. It's not helping me that much.
He did Teenage Dream.
Hang on.
Harry Potter musical.
This one.
Oh, share screen. There we go.
That
This one.
old guy.
Tessa, look at the mouse.
Look at the mouse.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. Okay. Kind of pass. I'm afraid. I think.
Fascinating. Kurt. Smash.
Pass.
Pass.
Wow, just me? Okay. Jesse
I love
St.
Chris. I love Chris, but
Would you
Jesse
smash
St.
Chris?
James. Smash.
Smash.
That is my favorite character, so smash.
Jesse St. James?
That is the one that I would role play as in the Glee role play community.
Hell yeah.
Love
Incredible.
that. He's great. Skip.
That's great.
Brittany.
Smash.
Smash.
Excuse me, why did we skip Quinn?
We're going back. We are going back.
Okay,
Calm
okay.
yourself.
I'm just wondering. I can see because I can see your screen now. So I'm just wondering what this picking and choosing is.
I'm saving her for last.
Okay. Who did we just do?
Brittany.
Smash. Just
Sue
me?
Sylvester.
Oh,
No, I would smash. I would smash
Okay.
Brittany.
Sylvester. Smash.
Smash.
I'm gonna smash.
It'd be fun.
No shame.
I
I love Jane.
I'd probably say smash. I'd probably smash as well.
Cord Overstreet. Sam Evans.
Oh, Sam, pass.
Not those lips.
I can't see his face real well, but I'd probably smash anyway.
I would smash. I would 100% smash.
Pass.
Quinn for Bray.
Can't see
Smash.
I can't see his face, but I probably
My dying
the
last
best
breath. Smash.
Smash.
I'll smash too.
Quinn, yeah, lovely.
Artie.
Smash.
Kevin McCann.
Oh, Artie.
Smash.
Yeah, smash.
Smash.
Actually, Artie's one on Don't Be My Type.
Including
my
his
type in high
Madonna mic.
school.
Yeah, exactly.
And Coach Beast, finally to finish off.
Smash.
Smash.
Pass.
Yeah, smash.
I don't really give a shit about the young ones. Sorry. Like after
That's
season
fine.
one.
Mercedes?
Oh,
But
Mercedes.
yeah, we should do
Shit.
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Smash.
Smash.
Just
Smash. 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 Smash.
smash, smash.
I was going to say.
We love
that.
Mercedes.
Definitely.
Did I miss anyone else? No.
Not really.
And none for Will Schuster.
Nope.
Oh no. What a monster. The real villain of the show. I saw a video that was like, Will Schuster really needs to answer for his war crimes. It's maybe my favorite thing that's ever been said.
100%.
I
Thanks
also
for
really
showing the pictures.
Yeah, I also really do love Melissa Benoist, but I obviously
my
I love her
God.
more as Supergirl. She's
Yeah,
the best.
no. Of course.
She was also very good and beautiful.
Oh, so many things are connecting in my mind.
Oh, I know those things. Yeah, that was with seeing Melissa Benoist in Beautiful. I've now seen a show in all of the Broadway houses.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah.
I am like a third of the way there. All
Nice.
the shows that I wanted to see ended up being in the same like 12 theaters.
Yeah, I mean, those are the ones with the turnaround.
I've seen 3 shows in the new James Earl Jones Theater, and I cannot wait.
Oh,
I cannot wait until that's getting renamed.
yeah.
James Earl Jones.
Who did a voice in Stargate SG-1?
Oh,
I
Star
totally forgot
Wars.
about.
Star Wars, Tessa.
He did Stargate SG-1 too. So there.
All right, fine.
I bet he must have appeared in a Star Trek at one point. He's probably got all the stars under his belt.
I don't think he did Star Trek.
Really?
Not any of the kinds, not even a little voice on a little one.
Yeah, what if he's incidentally like the voice of the Enterprise?
Nope, that's magical.
I'm
Rod
sorry,
Murray.
Captain.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, because see, the thing is,
take it
I
easy.
forgot he had done a voice in Stargate SG-1 until I rewatched all of them.
And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I had to be like, I'm sorry about this. Not the James Earl Jones part, but like most of the early episodes of the show, I'm like, you kind of have to know about this, but Keenan's there like, so every world they visit speaks English. I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah.
What happened is,
Yeah, English became the trade language.
every
I could
world
believe
they
it.
visit looks like Vancouver. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They explained why that is, that there would be trees, okay? Because they're a carbon-based life form like us.
Yeah. Well, that also makes sense to me because like both of those things make sense to me because it's reflective of the world. Vancouver plays every city in
Yes.
every movie. Like
Vancouver
it's every
always
movie.
plays every city.
And
It's every city.
Toronto.
and Toronto. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And English is the predominant trade language, or one of the predominant trade languages here on Earth. So I could believe that it would proliferate to the universe.
Thank you. Who are we FMKing?
Papa's tired. Figure it out.
You did a lot, and I'm sorry that
What are
You did it all.
What are you apologizing for?
I'm sorry because my food poisoning kept me from being more help in the planning.
No, I do have a couple, but I was wondering if our darling guest has a favorite that she would like to revisit, or an idea that she is curious about.
Favorite, what do you mean?
FMK.
FMK.
Yeah, if you have one.
Oh my goodness.
We've done a lot of fucking
You
marrying and
have
killing.
done so many. I will have you know that I was just listening to your last episode earlier today, and my wife
no.
was overhearing the FMK.
Uh-huh.
The
What was
absolute-
our
It was-
FMK?
what was
We
it,
did.
like Oscar Wilde?
We did. We did
Right.
bisexual authors, and then
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Elizabethan.
And like
Oh
when she heard the bisexual authors one, and I was like, and I had paused it because I had to do something for work, and she was like, obviously, like, and it like was exactly what you guys all agreed on.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I'm glad that we can provide a unifying moment for the entire community. That's great.
I love that.
Honestly, I can't think of ones that you've done in the past off the top of my head right now. It might be
That's
the wine.
totally fine. We've done
That's okay.
so many.
I know.
We've done.
We haven't done wines. We haven't done types of wine. Is it a bad one?
I wrote
that-
down
I
a
didn't-
few ideas
Oh,
for
you have-
FMKs.
Let's do it.
oh, yeah. Please,
Yeah.
you have them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one that is a Star is Born actresses.
Oh,
Have
you
you
just
listened
got
to the
so
show?
many gay gasps.
Oh my
Listen to the
god!
show?
So much gay air just got sucked out of the room.
So we have, obviously there's only 3, but there's been 4. But I
Yes,
wrote down
right.
Judy, Barbara, and Lady Gaga.
Well, that makes a lot of
God.
sense. That makes a lot of
Judy,
sense to
Barbara, and Gaga.
And
That's
Gaga.
tough.
Gaga. This is literally the gayest thing we've ever done. And
I'm ashamed that we haven't done this yet.
I know.
That means we have to kill one of them.
Yes,
I
we
know.
really do. And I hate that.
Yeah, that's a real Sophie's choice we have to make here.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
The
Well, we're
easy
all-
answer would be to kill Judy because she's already gone.
Yeah,
That's not easy.
Marry her, it wouldn't last that long.
I know. It's
I
still
mean,
not easy.
Her last marriage had the potential. She seemed genuinely happy and then accidentally overdosed. God damn
Yeah.
it.
God damn.
Who was her last relationship before?
I don't even remember. I just
Nick
remember
No.
Dean.
reading that she really was really happy.
Oh. I think I still marry Judy.
Yeah.
I love Judy so much. Okay, well, I'll just say I kill Barbara and I fuck Lady Gaga.
Same. Marry
Same?
Judy, kill Barbara.
I think-
fuck Gaga.
I think I'm the same.
It's so hard, but
It's
Sorry,
very
Babs.
hard. I'm not happy
we're
that I
so
have to do
sorry,
that.
Babs.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I just don't think I could marry Barbara. And I don't think
Yeah.
I could only have one.
But we would have
night
access to
with
her
either.
shopping mall.
I know. It's true.
I'd have to stand by it. I can't allow mitigating factors to mess with my emotions.
Sure you can. That is the American way, David.
No, I will not allow that. I take my FMKs very seriously.
Mhm. Yeah, I'd marry Judy.
Yeah.
Fuck Gaga.
Hey!
Hey, same. Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go into this killing Gaga because we both have the same birthday and there can only be one. But
Oh, you two are on the Highlander plan?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Cool.
You
I didn't know
plan's
that was your.
returnable, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that was your setup. I didn't know your setup was with Lady Gaga.
We are almost all the exact same age. Almost.
Mine's with Burt Reynolds, and he's dead. So
Damn it.
there
I
was
also share a
there was only one.
birthday- I also share a birthday with Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye.
Yay.
Ooh,
They're cool.
Mhm.
I actually was just talking about them today in class because we were talking about biases, and
Mhm.
I admitted that I had a listening, like I had a bias that was getting in the way of my listening. I was listening to their podcast, and I was like, I don't like Jonathan's voice.
Mhm.
And at the time I was so judgmental about that kind of like up talk, like that's kind of like that higher voice. And I was so judgmental about it that I literally couldn't listen to the podcast. And then my friend was like, why is that? Is it you figure out why? And I bet
Yeah.
you'll get to the bottom of some like bias you have. Yeah. And it's true.
it's so
I had a
true. It is
bias.
true.
I had a bias.
There actually was like it was because of their podcast that there was, I remember, excuse me. I remember reading this thing about that voice, about like that sort of
Ooh, yeah.
inflection, and like how it for some reason we have this bias, not just you, Tessa, it's a societal thing of like that
Yeah.
calls into question intelligence and like all of these things.
It's
It's
so
very
true.
interesting.
Deeper voice.
It is.
We elect politicians with deeper voices.
Mhm,
We do.
mhm.
I love getting curious though. Both the podcast
Yeah.
I
and
great
the
love-
show.
Show is
Cannot
so
recommend
good.
it
The
enough.
show
It's
is so good.
so good.
So
Hey,
good.
This is actually fantastic because I've had this conversation with another friend of mine before, but Stephanie's FMK brings up a really good thing. The remakes of A Star Is Born skip the 90s. Who would you put in the 90s remake of A Star Is Born?
Oh my literal God.
Shania Twain.
I
Shania
was gonna
Twain?
think
Is
Shania
it?
Twain.
Oh my God.
Oh my down.
Shania, very interesting.
They
Okay.
skip the 90s, but don't they also skip like I
Maybe
don't know, the
Tony
60s?
Braxton.
I
Oh,
think they skip
yeah.
another, they
Yeah,
skip
Toni
another
Braxton.
generation, but yeah.
In any case.
Or
Tony Braxton.
Vanessa
That's a
Toni
good one.
Braxton.
Who
Did you say
who,
Whitney
Cameron?
Houston?
Vanessa Williams,
Vanessa
Oh,
Williams.
Vanessa
That's also good.
Williams.
who is she is doing a reading in a couple of days. Actually, it's a concert of Anyone Can Whistle, and I'm so fucking excited. They're releasing it as an album, and I cannot.
Oh, nice.
my
Wait.
goodness.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my
I guess yeah, Whitney would be a good one too. That's a
Mhm.
Would.
of that era. That's pretty good. Whitney, and then it's it would have had to been much earlier, but it would have been Whitney and like Luther Vandross in the Bradley Cooper
yeah.
role. No, I think he's too young.
Oh yeah.
But who would you would have to put the Bradley Cooper role as well.
Right.
You've had
Kevin
Chris Christopherson.
Costner.
Kevin, it's The Bodyguard.
Yeah.
The Bodyguard.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
Bodyguard
know what?
was
I
the
take this
Star
all
is
back.
Born.
You're right. The Bodyguard was A Star Is Born.
It
Basically.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. That's so fun.
I took a road trip with my sister recently because I had to watch some shows, and she also did because of her job. And we ended up hitting the 90s playlist very hard. And like, that's going to bring me to my next FMK.
Here we go.
We are going to do the 3 Spice Girls who could actually sing.
This is about to be a
Uh-oh.
take.
This might be
We're doing
contentious.
Mel C, Mel B, and Emma.
Can you please?
Okay.
Can you please use the? The
Gary,
spice names?
Sorry.
Sporty and Baby.
Scary,
You're about
Sporty,
to
and
tell
Baby.
me. You're about to tell me that Ginger Spice
No.
can't sing. You're about to tell me.
You know what?
I
Listen
don't
to
think
the album
Ginger
with me,
Spice
and I can
sing.
point every time she sings, and you will go, "Oh, you're right."
All right, fine.
We love
Wait.
Jerry.
Fine.
She can harmonize well, but was she a soloist? No.
Wow.
Which one's? Oh,
I think
boy.
it's
Sporty
harder
was
to
the one-
harmonize than to be a soloist. I'm going to be honest with you. It is harder
Yeah.
to harmonize.
I had a Sporty Spice doll as a kid.
Did you?
Once again, should have
You
been
were gay. Because Sporty Spice was my favorite too.
She was my favorite too because she had the best voice.
She looked the most comfortable.
She did.
Um, an incredible, because this crosses over with everything. There's an incredible "I Know Him So Well" duet from Chess of Mel C
Yes.
and Emma Bunton.
Absolutely.
No, you are
Yeah.
kidding me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go find that.
I
That's
originally
cool.
wrote this article years ago on, I think it was like a BuzzFeed article that was like, I originally went into this going, I'm going to find like the best and worst versions of "I Know Him So Well." And there's actually not a bad version of "I Know Him So Well." There's only just increasingly weird ones.
Yes.
And Mel C and Emma Bunton singing "I Know Him So Well" is one of the weirdest ones, but not bad.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
Because they can both sing.
All right. So, okay. I'm going to marry Sporty Spice. I'm going to fuck. I don't know why all of a sudden I can't say that word. Maybe because I'm recovering from food poisoning.
And your other job involves children.
That's probably what it is. I'm gonna fuck Scary Spice. And I'm gonna kill Baby.
I'm the opposite. I'm going to marry Scary, fuck Sporty, and kill Baby. Sorry,
That's not the
Emma.
opposite. We both killed Baby.
But who we're marrying? That's the important one.
All right. All right.
That's the one that can have opposites.
Even though I had a Sporty doll, I'm going to kill Sporty.
Mm.
I am going to fuck Scary and marry Baby.
Scandal.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I love that.
All right.
Hell
Mostly
yeah.
because I did not enjoy her voice quite as much when she went solo.
Mm.
Hey, wow. So she
Was the-
dies.
So she must die. Was the doll a plush doll? Or like a
No, it was like a Barbie doll.
Barbie.
Oh, like an action.
Yeah,
He even had a
action figure.
painted on gold tooth.
Stop it.
Wow,
That's incredible.
that's fancy.
Do you still have that? That's probably worth some
I
money.
don't
Dang. Dang.
know.
Well, that's okay. You killed her, so doesn't matter.
Yeah, she did. Oh, she did.
Bye.
I think I switch those. I think I kill. No, I don't know. I don't know what I do. I think I do the same as Stephanie. I think I marry. I think I marry Baby. I kill Sporty. I fuck Scary.
All right.
Scary Mel. I can use her proper name now. Mel is on X Factor or
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
she's great. She's great on
She
there.
is great.
She is. She's charming.
I couldn't remember if it was
charismatic,
X Factor or Got Talent. The other one.
Mm.
Has a lovely voice. Just
Mhm,
seems
Mhm.
like a swell person to be around.
Definitely.
Maybe I should marry her.
Maybe you should.
Maybe
I
you should
did.
marry. If you like her so much, why don't you marry?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
We had the Spice Girls documentary, which I still have memorized, it turns out, because we were reminiscing about it. And it was like them making their first, it was like them talking
Oh,
about their
that
careers and then making their first 5 music videos.
Oh, wow.
You mean Spice World wasn't the documentary?
Although I do maintain that Spice World is the gayest album that's ever been made.
Mhm.
After re-listening to it, I was like, holy shit. Talk about should have known. God.
Yeah, Spice World is also an insane movie.
Oh, it's the
Mhm.
best. It's postmodern surrealism at its finest.
yeah,
Peak English
think-
humor.
yeah, and I think it implies that they are Time Lords because their
Yes,
bus
it
is
does.
like bigger on the inside. So
Yeah.
I think that's a TARDIS.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Tessa, do you have our
I
third
have
one? Do
an
you have a third
FMK
FMK?
ready.
Excellent.
This is a callback to earlier.
Ooh,
Ooh.
we love a callback.
FMK, Trader Joe's, Wegmans, or Whole Foods.
Bye bye Whole Foods.
I was gonna say, buy
I knew
Whole
it.
Foods.
I knew it.
Oh,
Now it's about who you're gonna fucking marry. People.
I mean,
Fucking
I'm
Trader
marrying-
Joe's, and I am marrying Wegmans.
I am doing the
Wow.
opposite,
Wow.
but I really miss Trader Joe's.
I get it. I get it.
We had such good times.
mm.
Those Trader Joe's tiny ice cream cones.
I
Chef's
know.
kiss.
Those fucking, and everything that they make pumpkin-y in the fall.
Mm.
The
My wife and I
pumpkin tiny
still-
ice cream cones.
Yes. My wife and I still say that we are going to drive 6 hours one way one of these Octobers to go stock up on pumpkin shit.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 hours one way.
Yep.
What are you gonna do for the
I'm
other?
gonna have to just send you a tear basket
Yeah.
of Trader Joe's
Ah.
non-perishables.
I don't know. I've got some freezer stuff.
It's probably
It's
cheaper. It's probably cheaper than just driving 6 hours.
Eh.
I think I haven't been to Wegmans enough.
Oh, this is tricky for you then.
Yeah. So me a casual fuck? I don't know.
They have a train up in the sky that runs around on track.
Oh, I'll run a train. No. Sorry.
I'll run your
Cam-
train.
Cameron, cut that out. I will I'm gonna kill Wegmans just because I don't know. I don't know
it.
Wegmans
That's
enough.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'll fuck Whole Foods and I'll marry Trader Joe's.
Nice. I feel like in my
Trader
life,
Joseph, as I call him.
if these were people, then probably
Jose.
yeah, I probably have like fucked Whole Foods, but I'm not. I'm gonna kill Whole Foods as well.
Yeah.
I'm torn about the marriage though. I think I want
Trader
to
Jose.
fuck Wegmans and marry Trader Joe's also. Although then yeah, but then you're like, I don't know. Trader Joe's is doing a lot of bad plastic stuff.
Yeah.
But once I'm married, I could change Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Good.
perfect. Healthy.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
healthy.
Always healthy.
Always
Change
the healthy
person you love.
choice.
Change the person.
Change him.
Marry the man today rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the
Yeah.
man today and change his ways tomorrow.
That's been my whole life. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.
David.
No, yeah, we did 3, right?
Did we? Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's 4 of us.
But I did one.
Oh, you did one. Well, I was. Oh shit. Well, I was using that as an excuse to not have to think of one. Okay. Here we go. I have one right off the top of my head. It's the 3. Oh, it's the 3. I was just talking about this. They just announced the next generation of starter Pokemon.
Oh.
And it is a Spanish themed region. So the 3 starters, they always do grass, fire, and water.
Cool.
So you can look them up, but I will also just proceed to describe them for our listening audience. You have Sprigatito, who is a cat with a leaf face paint. You have Fuecoco, who is a ghost pepper. he's part pepper and he's wearing a skull mask. So everybody has realized that the pun is he's a ghost pepper. He's also a little derpy, so he's my favorite. And then Quaxley. Quaxley is the water Pokemon. He's a duck with a pompadour. I do also suggest that you look them up. They're fantastic.
This
you
is
say
gonna
Laxley?
ruin me.
I know, but I mean, really, FMK, like Pokemon, choosing your starter Pokemon is very much that's the Pokemon version of FMK. Because you are choosing one to marry. That's going to be your partner for the rest of the game. You're choosing one to fuck because that's going to be your rival's Pokemon. That's going to end up being their Pokemon. And then one just gets to sit there at the beginning of the game and never gets used again. It's essentially like killing them.
This is the
Wow.
worst thing ever.
I know.
I don't
Ducks
know, I
and
feel like
cats
I'm
are my
ready.
favorite, and Fuecoco is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my
I know.
life.
Fuecoco is so cute. He's so cute. And that's a mask, as he's wearing something on his face, apparently as a skull. He's a ghost,
Ooh.
because he's a ghost pepper. Tessa, you were ready, you said?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Always. She always is.
I think. Oh, I mean, I said I was ready.
Oh,
I do.
Are
know
you
that
rescinding? You're
I'm
rescinding?
gonna kill Quaxley. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to fuck Sprigatito.
Mhm.
Because if it's anything like a cat, like it's like a little withholding of
Sure.
love sometimes, and
Yeah.
I need a lot of it.
Right.
And I'm going to marry Fuecoco because then things will be spicy
And doesn't he seem like so
and derpy.
jovial?
Like I
Yeah.
haven't looked at the picture, but I would choose spicy and derpy over like anyone who's withholding love.
Yeah,
from me.
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I am going to marry Quaxley.
No.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I am going to fuck Sprig, and I'm going to kill Fuecoco because I am not about burning that I can't control.
Just valid point. Valid point. I love it.
Okay.
Oh, Spaghetti was so cute.
I'm gonna
Oh, very cute.
marry Fuecoco because I always fuck with a fire Pokemon.
Same.
Oh my
same.
God, yes.
I
Like,
always choose fire Pokemon.
honestly,
Been my starter forever.
I'm an
Yeah.
Earth Pokemon myself. So
And then okay, so yeah, marry Fuecoco, fuck Quaxley, his water, and also ducks. And then I'm gonna sadly kill Sprigatito and
Oh,
kill the cat, despite the fact that cats are some of my favorite beings.
Yeah.
But then after that, I'm probably gonna go hang myself for killing the cat. So
oh, well, you know, it happens. It
it
happens.
happens.
I love that. Wow, that split everyone. Wow.
Yeah. They were adorable.
I asked the one that split everyone. That's great.
Mhm.
You always do.
I always do. I love
That's
contention.
true.
You love contention.
I love controversy.
Love-
Well,
I love divisiveness.
it's that time, y'all. Speaking of
It
divisiveness,
is that time.
signing off. I've been Cameron Faring, and I just wanted to tell you all that even when we do fix it in post, it's still a good time.
I've been Tessa Flannery, and I just want to say, remember, specifics are universalities.
Universal titties.
Yeah.
How dare you win the sign off? How dare you?
That's the shirt. That's the shirt I want.
I know.
It goes right
Specifics
here.
are universal. Yeah.
Universal.
Universal titties. Shit, I can't follow that. I've been David Armstrong, and you just even if you don't remember the names of your favorites, have favorites.
Do I get to go?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
You do.
please.
Oh
You
my God.
have to.
We were giving you the last word as our guest.
I've been Stefanie DeMaria, and I just want to let you know to ignore that social anxiety voice that tells you that you suck and nobody likes you. Because next thing you know, you might end up on some Good Friends podcast. Catching
My heart, my ear.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
best.
Love you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
you
for
are the
doing
most-
this with us.
You're like the most popular of anyone here.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah, also elected mayor.
Yeah. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, Mayor, for being here
Yeah.
to be here.
Hired mayor, but
Yeah,
Still.
hired mayor. Yeah. Civil servant mayor.
I love it.
It was incredible.
Bye, everybody.
hi.
We'll be right back.